It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear
Welcome
to the
in,
streets,
everybody.
on to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete, you better believe. Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know, but it's getting so out of control. Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know, but it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vaughn, Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button.
Please smack that thumbs up.
And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the flip side.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Please smack that thumbs up if you have not had a chance to do so. This thing is so little. I should have changed this. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Shout out to everybody in the building. So I wanted to do a recap on the interview with Javion's dad. And I noticed that it was a lot of people that wanted to ask questions that didn't get a chance to. There's some comments and people just had things that they wanted to ask, and I just had some things that I wanted to go over from that interview. Couple things I didn't have in there. So yeah, we're gonna do a recap. We're gonna as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the number up right now, so I won't forget. And I'm sure BFF will type it in the chat too, because I'm gonna be like, it's not gonna be showing at all times. But I hope everybody is having a great Thursday. Happy Thursday to y'all. See what I'm saying? When my camera is off, I ain't gotta worry about none of this. Okay, and hold on, let me turn the music down a little bit. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna pull up the sheriff interview. We gonna pull it up. We gonna listen real close to what he said. And everybody that had questions, please call in. Or, if you wanted to input, whatever. Shout out to She Said. Thank you for coming over. Yes, she is. Tracy, how are you? Thank you, BFF. I'm sure you're looking beautiful as well. I appreciate that. Shout out to Chinetta. Shout out to Protected by God. Shout out to BFF Tracy. Shout out to Protected by God. And shout out to She Said. Please smack that thumbs up if you have not. Shake the trees, Tracy. Even the people in the trees, the bushes, or whatever you want to call it, please smack that thumbs up. Don't worry about it. Shout out to you. How you doing? So y'all are free to call in too if you got any questions, but I guess I need to get through the parts that I wanted to talk about. But let me do this first because I'll be having the phone locked. On Do Not Disturb. Okay, so we good. Let me make sure I cut up the audio. What did y'all think about the interview? I'm kind of not all the way prepared. But I'm definitely going to be engaging with y'all more because I'm going to pull up the interview. I'm going to go over some stuff and I'm going to also look in the chat. I'm going to also go over some comments. I have a lot of questions. Please call in. Where the heck is my phone thing at? Hold on, y'all. I'm not all the way set. There's another phone. The interview was awesome. Thank you, BFF. I appreciate that. I thought it was a really good interview. You know, a lot came out in that. Y'all might have missed something. I don't know. Why is this so little? Or is my face just that fat? I don't know. Like, I really, hold on. As a matter of fact, I could be playing this video. Hold on, y'all.
A lot of social media posts.
Very shocking and devastating for them, I'm sure.
Got hung himself in the tree.
Yeah, he looked
wrapped around his neck, and he was.
So I wanted to go over this right quick because when I played it, I had already edited it and redacted the what he said in full. I'm confused. If Javion was on the outside of the gate, truck was on the inside of TNR, and no cameras from TNR. Exactly. I mean, and not only that, if his truck was in the gate and they closed, and it was locked in their gate, how did Javion do any of the things they put on the timeline after TNR? And how did it get in the gate? Remember, Javion was trying to allegedly he needed help to get, he needed help to back his truck in or whatever the guy has said, the older man. We played that video and I still don't have it in. But it's a couple confusing things too as far as Vance County and Henderson. It's why did the sheriff say it the way that he did? Like, because I understand, and Black Love, Black People Unite, she lives in North Carolina, and she was like, why Vance County, Henderson is Vance County is the county of Henderson, but it's being separated and being confusing. And then when his dad said that the tree separates Vance County and Henderson, people was saying from North Carolina was saying something in my comments about that. So I just wanted to give people an opportunity to say whatever it is, and but we're gonna go over some stuff. I wanted to expand on some things that was said.
He had that rope around his neck, and it was.
But first, we gonna remember what the guy said, and let me turn the music all the way off. Let me turn my mic down. Sometimes I'll be too loud. Dad said he didn't speak or know Diamond. He didn't know what I was talking about when I asked him that. Okay, here we go. Wait.
Also tied to a tree, and he was under that tree. And in the morning around 10 o'clock on September 11th, that is when a person makes a 911 call to law enforcement saying that they found somebody dead.
I had some guys out here mowing grass, and they got a man out here hung himself in a tree.
Okay, so I wanted that to play because we're listening to the fact that the guy from TNR called in. He's the one that was out there with him. He's the one that made the call. He's the one that made the call. He's the one to see the body. He said that he HUNG himself from the tree. That was the first time. Okay. They not gonna play the whole thing either, I don't think.
The guy hung himself in the tree?
Yeah, he looked dead.
Okay, y'all heard him.
Okay,
what's he got a rope around his neck.
And they believe that this person.
And he still got it around the neck. And y'all heard her. She's about to say, "What's your address?" But I think that's all they gonna
had died by suicide.
Okay. And
this week was the first time that we were able to.
So that's really what I wanted to play from that one is just and he said it again at the end too. So my point in playing this is what made Brain turn around and say that he was sitting at the tree. See how the story changed. It went from the 911 caller saying that to him saying something else. So I don't know why that changed. And the reason why I'm bringing it up because he made a big deal about it. But we gonna get to the interview in a minute. And y'all please smack the thumbs up. Okay, let me do this right quick. Oh, hold on. I need to cover this right quick. Now for this part, I can turn the music back on right quick. I guess I don't have to do nothing with this. Other side of that gate, which was nothing but an open field, and it was a little white little shack sitting off over there too. Somebody could have drug him in there, did something to him, and then set him up there. And then just how convenient the property manager, the person that owned TNR, had a guy there cutting the grass. So now the crime scene is tampered with. The crime scene that was. I just wanted to say this video is from a month ago. This was my first time listening to this, and this is Sheriff Brain when he first spoke. We're gonna listen closely. Never treated as a crime scene. So let's hear what this dude got to say.
Just, walk me through what we know, the timetable of when he was found and what we know so far.
Good morning. Yes, this is Sheriff Curtis Brain here in Vance County. On Wednesday, September 11th, approximately 10:08 a.m., Vance County Sheriff Office received a call out to a rural part of the community, Banco Mill Road, 285 Banco Mill Road, where the deceased young man was sitting up against a tree, was back up against a tree. He had a rope around his neck, and he had the top of the rope was up in the tree limb. There was not a noose. There was not a knot in the rope.
I forgot he doing hold on. Yeah, I forgot he talking fast and stuttering and all that, so I wanted to slow it back down. But also I had a picture that I wanted to show of the knot that he was talking about.
Me through what we know, the timetable of when he was found and what we know so far.
Good morning. Yes, this is Sheriff Curtis Brain here in Vance County. On Wednesday, September 11th, approximately 10:08 a.m., Vance County Sheriff Office received a call out to a rural part of the community, Banco Mill Road, 285 Banco Mill Road, where the deceased young man was sitting up against a tree, was back up against a tree. He had a rope around his neck, and he had the top of the rope was up in the tree limb.
So, I just wanted to point out he said something different than what the 911 caller just said. So I don't know at what point the story changed because the person that was there said what he said.
An investigation at this time. We're following all the resources and avenue. We're utilizing. We found out he was a truck driver after we identified who he was. At first, we had no identity on it because he had no ID on him. And once we identified who he was, we found that the tractor trailer.
Okay. So that's super weird, right? If you find somebody on your property, why wouldn't you go to the cameras to try to figure out where he may have come from? Okay? Like, yeah, they could have did that. Remember, y'all. Remember this, y'all. They said to JAVION, his truck was inside of their gate. So when they came to open their business, first of all, how did they lock his truck in the gate and he was able to do anything else after 4:58 p.m.? How did he remember he went to TNR first, right? So that would mean that after TNR, he couldn't do nothing else because his truck would have been locked inside the gate, right? Because they closed at 5. So let's point that out. Remember, he said he found him outside the gate and his truck was inside the gate. How the hell is that possible?
In Aurora, Illinois, we had the Aurora Police Department go out and contact his family.
My bad,
Gate,
y'all.
the other side of that gate, which was nothing but an open field, and it was a little white little shack sitting off over there too. Somebody could have drug him in there, did something to him, and then set him up there. And then just how convenient the property manager, the person that owned TNR, had a guy there cutting the grass. So now the crime scene is tampered with. The crime scene that was never treated as a crime scene. So let's hear what this dude got to say.
Just, walk me through what we know, the timetable of when he was found and what we know so far.
Good morning. Yes, this is Sheriff Curtis Brame here in Vance County. On Wednesday, September 11th, approximately 10:08 a.m., Vance County Sheriff Office received a call out to a rural part of the community, Banco Mill Road, 285 Banco Mill Road, where a deceased young man was sitting up against a tree, with his back up against a tree. He had a rope around his neck, and he had the top of the rope was up in the tree limb. There was not a noose. There was not a knot in the rope. We have information that we got that this young man had visited a local Walmart store here in Henderson, where he purchased an item that was possibly used around his neck. It's an open investigation at this time. We're following all the resources and avenue. We're utilizing. We found out he was a truck driver after we identified who he was. At first, we had no identity on him because he had no ID on him. And once we identified,
I wonder why didn't they think, whose truck is this and how did we lock it inside the gate? You know what I'm saying? They ain't think about that.
Identified who he was, found that the tractor trailer he was driving was in an adjacent lot from where his body was located.
Okay, he said his tractor trailer was locked inside the gate. He didn't ever separate the truck, the cab, the bobtail from the trailer. So where were they split at, and where was each piece at? Where was each piece of his truck? It was 2 parts, right? Because we seen Javion at Walmart without the trailer on it. So where was it? And at what point did it get put back together? Because he just said it as one. I'm just saying that's confusing. It's confusing. Confusion is lies usually. The devil is confusion. Allegedly. Everything is alleged that I'm talking about right now. Oh, I forgot. Let me put up my banners. Everything is alleged, okay? Shout out to the 236 people in the chat. Please smack that thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's go.
We contacted his family in Aurora, Illinois. We had the Aurora Police Department go out and contact his family. And once that notification was made, we personally talked to my investigators, talked to the family, and informed.
So when they talked to the Aurora police, what did they tell them? Because the Aurora police went and told him that Javion, it was self-inflicted. He did it to himself. And I wonder, where did they get that from? If he's saying they never said that, and what, he made it seem like social media just pulled that from the sky. But the father said that that's what they told him when they came to his door, and they was only repeating what they were told. They didn't know the whole story.
But the information that and the ongoing investigation, the death investigation of their son, that 21-year-old son.
The ongoing investigation, the death investigation, and pay attention to what he knew at the time of this, which was the 18th, same day of the press conference, I believe, the family press conference.
Son, Mr. Magee.
He did not know his name.
And so at this point, you've seen some of these videos from family members that have out there sort of, questioning whether there could be foul.
He did not know his name. All he knew was that he unalived himself. That's all he knew. Pay attention. He had to take his glasses off for this part.
Foul play involved. What's your response to that?
I understand the loss. I feel gratitude, condolences.
Do you really? Gratitude.
Not gratitude, but condolences go out to the family. I never lost a child, to the mother and to their loved ones. I never walked in their shoes, but I asked them to slow down, to pump their.
Now, he went to the alleged sympathy, to slow down, pump your brakes, blah, blah, blah. That sounds like you talking mess. How do you go from sympathy to that, sir?
Brakes, to slow that train down, has left the station about the van. Understand the loss. I feel gratitude, condolences, not gratitude, but condolences go out to the family. I never lost a child, to the mother and to their loved ones. I never walked in their shoes, but I asked them to slow down, to pump their brakes, to slow that train down that has left the station about the Vance County Sheriff Office, and definitely want to clear that the Henderson Police Department has nothing to.
Wait a minute, I ain't hit that yet.
Slow down, pump your brakes.
Look,
train.
I'm like, hold on, I didn't even pause it yet. I forgot I was replaying my own video. Let me just let it play.
That just left the station. Like, dude, what? Tell them what happened to their son. The hell is he talking about, man? This is ridiculous. Let's hear that again. The hell is he talking about?
That train down has left the station about. I never walked in their shoes, but I asked them to slow down, to pump their brakes, to slow that train down that has left the station about the Vance County Sheriff Office, and definitely want to clear that the Henderson Police Department has nothing to do with this investigation whatsoever. This incident is clearly out in the county under the jurisdiction of the sheriff, which is myself and my deputies and investigators.
This is why it's confusing, y'all. Because I don't know. Like, okay, he separated it. It's like, okay, we got a police department where I live, right? And we got a county. It's not named under the county. I don't get what he's saying. Like, but that's where the confusion is coming from, y'all. If y'all wondered, like, why are they separating Henderson from the county? Because Henderson is in Vance County. So I don't know, but that's where the confusion coming from. I'm just pointing that part out.
We invited the North Carolina Highway Correction, the North Carolina SBI to assist us in the investigation regarding perceptions and get clarity and to be transparent that the Vance County Sheriff Department is not withholding anything and sharing information regarding to the decedent to the family.
Is there an autopsy yet?
An autopsy is being performed today, yes.
Okay. And also, with regard to, the rope maybe possibly being bought at Walmart, would you be able to release that surveillance video?
Once we compile the information that we have, step by step.
He seemed like he seen a little bright light when he got to that part about Walmart and the other evidence. Now, keep in mind, this came out, before any other evidence, before we seen any evidence.
talking to the district attorney, the local district attorney, and the SBI. We don't want to release too much information too soon because this is an ongoing investigation. And we just ask everybody to be patient, and so we can do a thorough investigation to get the proper information out there, and ask people to stay off social media and slow down and report the facts. I understand there's over 1,000
We definitely ain't gonna stay off social media.
hits on TikTok. The sheriff office not being transparent, not providing information to the family, and that is not true. There's been information put out there that there's a lynching in Vance County. There is not a lynching in Vance County. The young man was not dangling from a tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. It was not a knot in the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County.
Now that makes no sense. I mean, it got to be tied for it to be considered a lynching. Like, no, it don't. But at some point, it was tied or put or something. We know that. And that's another thing. I wanted to put that picture up of it around a tree.
Well, on the other side of things, do you believe at this point, or can we believe it was a suicide?
I cannot.
I still want to know, where did the Aurora police get that from?
Without the report, cause of death from the
So how is he so confident when the 911 caller said what he said? He was the one, the 911 caller was on the scene and said the man did it to himself. The man, he literally said he hung himself from the tree. So what part about the crime scene made the 911 caller automatically say that's what it was? Whether he did it to himself or whether somebody else did it to him, that 911 caller said he did it to himself. The 911 caller said that. He's on the scene to see the body. Let's hear it. The first part, let's hear it. What he said. I'm going to just let it play all the way.
Says Kelly 911 emergency.
Right. I had some guys out here mowing grass, and I think y'all, man, I hit himself in a tree.
Pick up in the tree?
Yeah, he looked big.
He said a man out here put up in a tree. And then he said that he did it to himself. I redacted it. Well, no, he did say that. A man out there, I'm sorry, I redacted that. He said H-U-N-G. A man is hung himself in a tree. I'm trying not to say it, but whatever. Let's go.
Says Kelly 911 emergency.
Right. I had some guys out here mowing grass, and I think y'all, man, I hit himself in a tree.
Pick up in the tree?
Yeah, he looked dead.
Okay, what's the address? Okay, and are you with him now?
Yeah.
Okay, and how old does he look?
25, 30, maybe.
Okay, 25 or 30. Okay, is he awake?
No, I think he's dead.
Breathing? Okay.
No, it don't look like it. No, he was dead.
Okay, all right, got it.
I'm a first responder. I don't know how long you've been there.
All right, I'm just putting it all in here. Give me 1 second.
Pretty good.
Now, did y'all just...
I'm just putting everything. Everybody's already dispatched out there and
recorded the video.
Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second for me. Okay, you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got everybody on the way. Is there a defibrillator available?
He's calling himself. Yeah, he's gone. I ain't touched him. I ain't been around him yet.
Did y'all hear that? He H-U-N himself. Ain't no defib here. The caller who's out there with the body said he did this, said he's this, and they saying something different, right? But anyway, I just wanted to point that out because this man said it 3 or 4 times that he H-U-N-G himself.
And he did. He absolutely said that. So I put this up. This is a picture that I got from Taylor House Publishing. I forgot to ask him. I mean, I'm assuming he got it from the family. But remember how he described how the rope was around the tree? I didn't imagine this, y'all. I did not picture this. I didn't. That's a lot of, like his dad was saying, he said Javion is too short to be able to put that up there. He had on Crocs. He wouldn't have been able to climb the tree. It wasn't nothing that he jumped up on. It wasn't anything there. Like, usually if somebody gonna do that, they have to stand up on something and jump down for it to happen, right? Who the hell did all this, man? Get out of here. Get out of here. And then the camera footage that they showed the family was this distance. This is Taylor standing at the Shell. Hold on. Yeah, this is Taylor standing at the Shell gas station talking to Malcolm. And I called him Marcus yesterday, but talking to Malcolm. So this is the footage that the family was shown to show them Javion. This is what they was looking at. That's absolutely ridiculous. When you got footage from GFL, you would have thought you would have got that first. And TNR themselves, they got a camera pointing directly at the area that they told us Javion was at. It makes no sense unless you're hiding something. This is one camera. And then where that awning is, it's a camera there as well. If Javion's truck was locked in their gate, that would be at the front. And when they found the body, that's where they should have went to. They should have been like, wait a minute, that must be the guy who truck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all, like, make it make sense. It don't at all. Now let me make sure I'm done with this video. Hold on.
From the tree.
Oh.
He literally said it 3 or 4 told that he did it to himself.
Sounds a foul play.
And it would make sense. Let me tell y'all something else. When Mr. Taylor Publishing went to get the police report, he waited like 10, 20 minutes. He said he never waits that long. And then when they got to the part of the narrative, because on every police report, they write out a narrative, right? And that was redacted. He believes that they redacted that the day that he came and got that footage. Because they know they had wrote that this man did that to himself. And it wasn't until the family did what they did that put fire under their ass.
Or implication of anyone else involved at this time.
You know, and what's your message to the family? I mean, obviously, regardless of what this was, I mean, they're thousands of miles away in Chicago. You get news that, you know, your son is found, you know, near a tree in the middle of North Carolina.
Be patient. Call us 24/7. Vance County Sheriff Office 252-738-2200. I'm Sheriff Curtis Rain. Call me.
Now he did say for them to call him 24 hours, and they not answering their phone call. The first cop that Bishop that Kori was talking about, Javion's dad, he said that was the first person that he talked to, and he actually hung up on him and accused him of threatening him. So call them 24/7 and they'll come to the sheriff's office and any time of day or night. That is bogus BS, allegedly. Oh, that's what I was supposed to have been doing. Putting up my banners. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Everything we speak here is alleged. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. We are here to find out what happened to Javion. We want justice for Javion, and we want a full investigation. And we just point out the things that don't make sense over here. None of it does, as a matter of fact. None of it makes sense. We are here to make it make sense as much as we can. That's what I was doing too. Hold on.
Or one of my investigators, and whether any time of day or night, we will come in, we will meet you here at the sheriff's office. I'm sorry that the family wasn't awarded that opportunity to view their son or their loved ones in a natural, not a natural circumstance, but in a normal circumstance where someone is deceased and taken to a local hospital. The family are awarded that opportunity to go to the hospital, to the emergency room,
I do, BFF. I hear it.
either some other form of fashion so they can view the body and identify the person. This young man was not disfigured in any form of fashion. The picture ID that we took, the picture that we've taken of him was positively you could identify as being your child or identify someone who knew that could identify that picture.
So where is he now then?
His body is at the medical examining office, being autopsy.
For the autopsy?
Yes, sir.
Do we know when the results of that are going to come in?
Hopefully today we get a preliminary and give us a better understanding of what happened.
And you'll release that right away?
I will share the information with the family first, and then make a decision from the district attorney about sharing it with the press and with the public.
Is there anything else that you mentioned that you've seen out there on social media that you wanted to address or clear the air about?
I do. I just want people to stay out of their room with meals, stick to the facts, allow us to do our job and be patient, and stop saying that the sheriff is not being transparent or that the sheriff is not doing what he's supposed to do. I'm very clear in my duties and my responsibilities and my obligations to the citizens of Vance County and the state of North Carolina.
And do you know who found him or what the circumstances of the call coming in were?
I have not released that information this time, sir.
Okay.
The call came in through 911, so therefore it's recorded, and we'll be able to trace that back.
Recorded
so we can't say who came upon him?
Not at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation.
Gotcha. Do we know, the last people who were in contact with him or kind of anything leading up to this?
No, sir, we did not. Other than apparently being at Walmart distribution.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Walmart store.
Okay. And
Now, did y'all hear him? Wait, hold on. Did y'all just hear he just asked him a question? He said they didn't know, that they definitely should have known. Like, just listening at him, it sounded like they didn't do no investigating. He should know he should have known that question if he didn't know nothing else. Hold on.
Other than apparently being at Walmart.
All he knows is Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
We get a preliminary and give us a better understanding of what happened.
And you'll release that right away?
I will share the information with the family first, and then make a decision from the district attorney about sharing it with the press and with the public.
Is there anything else that you mentioned that you've seen out there on social media that you wanted to address or clear the air about?
I do. I just want people to stay out of their room with meals, stick to the facts, allow us to do our job and be patient, and stop saying that the sheriff is not being transparent or that the sheriff is not doing what he's supposed to do. I'm very clear in my duties and my responsibilities and my obligations to the citizens of Vance County and the state of North Carolina.
And do you know who found him or what the circumstances of the call coming in were?
I have not released that information this time, sir.
Okay.
The call came in through 911, so therefore it's recorded, and we'll be able to trace that back.
Recorded
so we can't say who came upon him?
Not at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation.
Gotcha.
How do they not know that? How do they not know that right along with the other stuff they know? Hold on.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Was it tight? Was it?
I did not pay attention. Personally, I cannot.
How do you know everything but don't pay attention to that? Like, what? All he know is Walmart is what I'm pointing out. He ain't said nothing about a witness, a homeless person, no money. And remember, the family said that they didn't even hear that narrative. At all the phone calls they had with these people, they never heard that narrative about the homeless guy and all of that. They never mentioned it until they talked to them at the, till they met with them.
On the outside of the fence in the area where a tree was at.
And you said he was just sitting up against the tree?
Sit with his back up against the tree.
Okay. And the rope was just around his neck?
Yes, sir.
Was it tight? Was it?
I did not pay attention. Personally, I cannot comment on that.
Okay. Any other, anything else on his body? Bruises, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
No, sir, none. But how do he know that? But he didn't know if the rope was tight. He didn't know nothing but Walmart, but he knew there wasn't no bruises on him. You see what I'm saying? That's how, in my opinion, that's how bad they wanted to go with that narrative with the Walmart.
Anything else you wanted to add or that I forgot to ask?
No, sir. I think you covered it all.
All right. I appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
You sure ain't covered all, sir.
Those are facts. Hold on, because I missed something right quick. Give me a second.
Stick to the facts. Allow us to do our job and be patient.
We're going to the interview next.
And stop saying that the sheriff is not being transparent or that the sheriff is not doing what he's supposed to do. I'm very clear in my duties and my responsibilities and my obligations to the citizens of Vance County and the state of North Carolina.
And do you know who found him or what the circumstances of the call coming in were?
I have not released that information this time, sir.
Okay.
The call came in through 911, so therefore it's recorded, and we'll be able to trace that back.
Recorded
So
and
we can't say who came upon him?
Not at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation.
Gotcha. Do we know, the last people who were in contact with him or kind of anything leading up to this?
No, sir, we did not. Other than apparently being at Walmart distribution.
So all of those questions, he definitely should have known something. Who, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't know anything. He was only sure about Walmart, and he was sure that he didn't have no bruises on his body, even though the family said he had a scraped knee. You could see the blood was there. His it looked like he had it was some other things that they said. I know the Kori's wife said at the funeral the nose was crooked and all that, but as far as being at the tree looking brutal, they said that it was some things going on there, but he had on a clean white shirt, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I will have to get a little bit more deep with them and ask. They said what they said on the interviews, though. That's what they said, the family, like what they seen. I mean, and then y'all got to think about it, like they would have cleaned them up a little bit or whatever. I mean, the way that, I mean, if you look at that shirt, obviously something was going on there. I mean, it was some other, they said his hands was dirty. Like, his hands were dirty. And I don't know what his hands look like to them. If they was, you know what I'm saying? Remember, we was trying to figure out why they had his hands hidden. This was a traumatic thing at first. Like, they didn't even know about the necklace. And I had asked about the necklace, but Tiara didn't know. She didn't see the necklace on him. But Kori Magee's wife, she said that he had that necklace on. And so, and I forgot exactly what they said as far as what he looked like at the tree as far as bruises, but I do remember them saying that about the knee, dirt on the nails. I have to re-listen to that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Walmart store.
Okay. And his truck, how far was he from where his truck was parked?
Oh, I said 30 yards, 30, 40 yards from where his truck. His truck was in the fenced-in area, and he was on the outside of the fenced-in area where a tree was at. That's
the craziest thing, y'all. I just want to point that out again. That is the craziest thing, for them to be telling us this man's truck was locked in their gate. They come and open and don't mention that it's a foreign truck inside of their gate. Then you find a body and you don't connect the two. That don't make sense at all. They close at 5. What, they waited till 7:30 to lock Javion's truck in the gate? How was Javion in his truck? Remember, they told us it was idled. He walked back and forth. He did this and that. And he's telling us that it was in the gate when they found his body. Help me make that make sense. Unless, where was TNR at? Did they stay open to 7:30 that day? I'm just curious. I wonder. Maybe that's what happened. How do you find a truck in a locked gate and not connected with a body out there? I'm just saying. Yeah, it's on him. It is on him at the Walmart, but it wasn't on the police report. And I was asking where was that necklace, and we just found out with the interview that it was on his neck along with that dang on rope. And wow. But again, how did Javion do anything after TNR if his truck was locked in the gate and they closed at 5? Period. I mean, that don't make sense. It can't make sense.
And you said he was just sitting up against the tree?
Sit with his back up against the tree.
Okay, and the rope was just around his neck?
Yes, sir.
Was it tight? Was it?
I did not pay attention personally. I cannot comment on that.
Okay. Any other, anything else on his body? Bruises, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
And then too, unless they got a gate that they leave open, but I thought they locked the gate. I don't know. Let me know if y'all know. They would lock the gate. Wouldn't you think they would have that gate locked because you don't want people trespassing? That's another thing. I heard it wasn't trespassing signs there, but they put them out there. And I don't know how true that is. I remember somebody telling me that, though. They said that it was trespassing signs everywhere, but it wasn't at the time that this happened.
Anything else you wanted to add or that I forgot to ask?
No, sir. I think you covered it all.
All right. I appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, sure.
Yes.
Thanks.
You sure ain't covered all, sir.
He sure didn't.
Percent will be very important because I believe Walmart happened sooner than they telling us, and nothing happened after TNR. It couldn't have. If Jay,
That's funny.
okay.
On that
so
part.
They was closing at 4:53.
What is going on? Hold on. I'm trying to get to something.
They would be like, "Oh, hell no. You gotta be kidding me."
The phone, because I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm not gonna ask you no question.
And on his phone, it is 7.
So
It's actually like 7:01 because I can see I guess she stopped.
Oh.
So my grandma knew something. Again, the police was with her.
Now, okay, she said 7.
Who was the last person to call her?
Yeah.
And kind of piece together. So
Yeah.
I had one of them here. He left one here. And that's how I was able to see who was the last person to call her.
Yeah.
And kind of piece together what was going on. So
Yeah.
I had one of them here. He left one here. And that's what
So now I'm wondering, what's her time zone?
she said 7.
She said 7. What's
She
her time
said
zone?
7.
Where
She's
is she
central.
in Chicago?
We're central.
So she's okay. So Central Time. So it's the same.
So that's the other part. Okay. How they timeline ended at 7:30. And Javion's grandmother called him at 7:00 her time, which would be 8:00 Henderson time. So how did he talk to his grandmother if he, when his grandmother called too, she called at 7, right? According to their timeline, at 7, he was back in his truck. He, it was running and all this stuff. But when his grandmother called him, he had to urgently get off the phone with her because something was going on. It was so much going on that he didn't tell her. He just told her he had to go, right? That was at 7:01. Javion never called his grandmother back, right? If Javion was okay at 7, if he was just sitting in his truck chilling, but it would have been 8:00 their time. But I'm just saying, if he was just sitting in his truck chilling at 7, why did he urgently get off the phone with his grandmother? Because we already know after it was 8:00 in Henderson. His grandmother was calling from Chicago. The time on the phone said 7:01. Right? It would have been 8:01. He was supposed to be gone at that time. But what I'm saying is, if his grandmother, another thing I'm saying is, if his grandmother called him at 7, why didn't Javion call his grandmother back to let her know he was okay? He wasn't. He didn't call nobody after his grandmother. That lets me know that something happened. I don't believe that he was at Walmart. I mean, I believe he was at Walmart, but I don't believe the time. I don't believe nothing happened after TNR. Because this is the thing. I mean, it don't make sense that we didn't get footage of him going in. Even if they had that trailer blocked. Hold on, let me pull it back up. The camera is pointing exactly in that area, but how about the camera pointing straight out where Javion would have been driving into their lot? The wife said that her husband seen him at closing, right? Closing is 5 o'clock. His wife typed that to Tierra's niece, Javion's mom. My husband seen him coming back across the street. Okay. So anyway, my point is, y'all, where is the footage of him pulling his truck in and taking his trailer off? It's a reason why we don't have that. Something happened there. It's a reason that we don't have no other cameras except for way over. Now, what would make them use this footage? Now, Taylor and Malcolm is standing right where the camera is at. They standing right near where the camera is at the front door of the gas station in that area, you know, near the front door. Like these are kind of like front spots, right? This is the footage they showed the parents. How much do you think they could see of Javion from there? But they did see him, but look how far it is. The pictures, they couldn't see the pictures super good. They couldn't study the pictures. There was an investigator sitting there snapping the pictures. They're devastated. They're seeing their son for the first time 7 days later. Right? It's a lot it was a blur. And this is ridiculous. Then when he talked about the rope, how it was tied, he didn't describe this. This is not what I was expecting. And then we have this. Y'all see the light and all that. We figured out where they were standing at. Right here. Why didn't they get that camera footage first from GFL? I mean, come on. But anyway, we just want all of this stuff on the record. We do. Okay, let me keep going with this. There's some things I wanted to point out. Y'all can call in too, if you want.
And on his phone, it is 7. So it's actually like 7:01 because I can see it. 7:01. And it's not the phone that the police got. Mm-hmm. I have another phone.
Right.
He had 2 phones. So yeah. I had one of them here. He left one here. And that's how I was able to see who was the last person to call him. Yeah. And kind of piece together what was going on down, when he was on the road. Like
yeah, please get the thumbs up, please. I got 115 watching and 38 thumbs up. Well, I got 145 watching and 38 thumbs up. Can y'all please hit the thumbs up? Unless y'all a bunch of haters, I don't know. It's free and it don't bite. Please hit the thumbs up, y'all. I just happen to see that. Like, golly. It ain't hard. Let me see. Okay, we'll keep going.
At that point, because I didn't check it like that, but when I found out what happened, that was one of my tools that I was able to go to get information directly.
So, I mean, my wheels is turning. So if it was 7 o'clock, it was 8 o'clock in North Carolina then, right?
That's what I've just discovered not too recently. That North Carolina was an hour ahead or something.
Yeah, because they're Eastern.
They're my time zone.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been 8.
So with that, okay, well their time
So that
ended
means
at 7:30.
so that means it would have been 8 o'clock their time once you
Yeah.
talked to them.
And they claimed that he was, at 7:30, that's when everything went off. He wasn't ever seen again. But that couldn't have been true if his grandmother caught him.
They story all jacked up.
It really is.
They don't know. They don't know what they talking about.
That's all. It's just another hole we punching in.
The sheriff is getting secondhand information. I just leave it at that.
And
their
my
information ain't direct. Their information is secondhand. And
well, I kind of gathered that with the guy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, because they did no investigations to this day. They ain't did no. They probably investigated by watching you and Taylor House and Richard. They probably exactly. We might well say, hey, how you doing, Sheriff Brain? We know you ain't did nothing, but I know you better have that story, right?
I know
because if you don't, if you don't, it ain't a threat. I'm not threatening him. It's not a threat. But I'm just letting you know. Please have your information.
Now, his wife is very, very observant. And I like that. She's very supportive too. You see her, she's like, you couldn't barely, like when I was watching it, I didn't even know that she had said something to him. I didn't hear her or anything.
Right? Because we got ours.
And I'm surprised you mentioned the phone because I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm not going to ask you no questions about it, but I knew about that. And yeah. Very interesting.
So yeah, that is very interesting, and that he had 2 phones. And yeah, so I mean, it's still some things that we don't know, but I'm happy that, we don't want to tell too many secrets. But again, y'all can call in. Shout out to Ray Allen. Call in, Ray Allen. Call in. Ask your question, please.
I have recordings from when we was in the sheriff's office, and I had time to actually go back and listen.
Now that right there is powerful. To have that, to be able to go back and listen. You can't say you didn't say nothing if it's recorded. Wow, that was smart.
And they words and they now that I'm not completely over it, but some of my marbles have began to get back electrified.
I want y'all to know I wanted to come back and do this so y'all could call in. That's one of the major reasons, but I gotta walk away right quick.
And I'm thinking again on all cylinders. And that whole meeting, nah, they
wasn't prepared.
They wasn't prepared. They got secondhand information. They couldn't have been prepared.
So when you say secondhand, let me play this. I'm gonna let you sit there for a minute on that, because when you say secondhand, that's exactly what I thought. Because number one, he was holding his hat on the Walmart thing, and he was holding his hat on the 911 call. So we're talking about a business owner and a druggie. And never mentioned nothing about witness statements or anything like that. Like no type of investigation. Where did y'all go? Who did y'all talk to? Because I did ask Miss Tierra and Marcus whose witness statements did they tell y'all about? And it was none. So since we here, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You was about to go ahead. I'll wait.
I was gonna say, since we here, like shoot, and then I'll do what I was gonna do in a minute. But since we here, that whole what feeling did you get in there? And then now, like you said, you were able to go back. So what is it that how are you feeling?
Some of the questions in the way they spoke on situations, and they avoided certain questions that I asked them. And they completely avoided it. And if you hear it, I wish I could play it for you, but I can't, because I'm gonna need it. Yeah. And I don't want them to plan against it. So but if you hear it, if anybody heard it, they would be like, oh, hell no. You gotta be kidding me. Because
So
you can hear there's a point where they just a question that I asked and they just pause. They just stop, like, and went to a whole nother conversation. And I should have went back and hit them again and went back and hit them again. But I wasn't thinking like that.
you will, yeah. I mean,
And I think they knew that. They knew that we wasn't gonna be on our A game because we seen the picture of our son for the first time in this situation. We had to take that in. Now they wanted to know, well, how can we help you? What you mean? How can you help me? What? Investigate. Let's start there.
yeah.
This is your job. You ain't supposed to be helping me. All you gotta do is do your job. And we all be, because see, the problem with these kind of cases is that the cover-up, people get in more trouble for the cover-up than the actual crime. So if you just be honest, and this is what I always told Javion, be honest. Because you'll get much further if you just be honest. He had broke a vase one time. We had in like a picture, was it a vase or something? And he broke it, and him and his friend, they was playing or whatever, and they broke it. And they glued it back together. I don't know what they did to put that thing back together. But a breeze of wind shattered it. It was like we was all doing something, and it just went quick. I'm like,
okay, y'all, I'm back. I can see that y'all trying to call me. I don't know why this phone ain't ringing, but you can call back. Whoever just called, go ahead and call me back. I got the phone in my hand. I got so many missed calls. I don't know why this thing ain't ringing. Hold on. Wait. We need the Walmart footage of him pulling in to get unloaded. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Ramon, and I'm watching your stream, and I just want to know what the hell y'all talking about.
Don't play with me. I'm not answering no private calls, so don't call back. Just an idiot. Anybody else that call back. I'm trying to figure out why this ain't ringing, though. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Do I got my ringer, my real ringer off?
Call from Denise. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay, so caller, when you call in, please state your name, say it loud so I can hear it. And also stick to the topic once you call in. Yeah, I knew it was some BS though. I kind of tried to hold it away from the. He ain't say nothing though besides what the hell y'all talking about or something stupid. And using a fake country voice. So I already knew that was some BS. Don't call my damn phone no more, stupid. I just don't like stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to T Beezy. Welcome in. What we need with the Walmart footage is the time. We need a time stamp. Because if y'all heard him, he said that the times was blocked off on that footage. They don't know what none of the timestamps was. And that was something when I was looking at the Walmart footage, that's something that I was looking for. Hey, caller. Can you turn your volume down in the background?
I just did. I'm sorry.
Okay. State your name and where you calling from.
Denise, I'm calling from North Carolina.
Oh, what's up, Denise?
Hey, hon, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I was calling, and I was listening to the, I guess the 911 call, and he did say that, he's up in the tree.
Yeah, he said that yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't say that he was sitting at the base of the tree, but he did say that he was up in the tree.
Exactly.
All right, and I also want to share something else with you. I had spoke to someone on Sunday that lives in Henderson. She told me that basically it was a tree that had the the flowers and stuff up under it.
Yeah.
All right. Then the tree where he was found at, but she also said it was another tree as well. All right, and the tree that she said that she seen was the tree that was at the shell.
Yeah, that's you talking about where the trailer was sitting at?
Yeah, it was a tree there because actually she said that basically she seen JAVION on the side of the road.
Are you talking about this right here where the trailer was sitting at the gas station?
I believe so. She said that he was sitting on the side of the road.
Right. What exactly did the lady say that you talking about?
All right, she said that she was going to the store to get gas, and she said that she seen the three people, the three men that was in the picture. She seen them around him. She said that she was just looking, but she said that it was up on the tree that was in the shell, at the shell.
Now, I know what person you talking about.
Huh?
I know what person you talking about. Because she said that she was at the pump and she act like she was getting gas. And then she went and tried. Yeah. That lady, I've tried to contact her. I mean, I did contact her to see when did she take a picture. But the way that she was speaking, it was as if it was after the fact. Because she said, I took a picture because everybody was saying that he was in the woods, but he was right there on the pavement at GFL.
Okay.
And she said that she was at the driveway. I actually played that in one of my videos. I wish I wouldn't have took it off. But now I'm trying to figure out what was that noise. Hold on for a minute. You can keep talking. Keep talking for a minute.
Okay.
The hell, somebody at my door.
It's just a whole lot of, still a whole lot of unanswered questions. And I do want to ask a question, but I don't want it to seem like, that, I'm kind of going against what the dad said. Hello?
Oh, you didn't hear me say I'll be right back?
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I had said I had wanted to ask a question, but I really don't want it to seem that I'm going against what the dad has said.
What's the question?
Okay, and the question was, he said that, JAVION had two phones. Okay, and one of the phones was...
Whoever's calling, give us a few minutes, please. Give us a few minutes and I'll hang up so we can get another call.
Okay. He said that he said JAVION had a phone on him, right? And he said that JAVION had a phone at home.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how could he tell who was calling him or this and that if he had a phone at home. I mean, I have 2 phones, and you can't tell. Nobody can tell who I've talked to on one phone versus the other phone. I just kind of wanted some clarification.
What kind of phone you got?
Okay, I have an Apple phone, and I also have an Android.
Okay, so I know Apple phones link with each other Apple devices, and if you got 2 Apple phones, a Apple Mac and a watch, and all those devices can link together, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of wanted to, I didn't want to try to, badmouth him or, say that he was lying or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to, a little bit more clarification as to, how could that have been? But I get what you're saying, yeah, because I have an Apple Watch myself, and, you know how it goes.
I'm Team Droid. I was really lightweight asking you since you said you got an Apple phone. I know that, all of their devices connect with each other. Yeah,
they do. Okay. I know mine's even connect with my granddaughters, and I don't know how in the world it does that, but, they do connect. I just wanted to ask that question. Like I said, I just needed a little bit more clarification, on that part right there.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Tracy, thanks for calling. Because I just don't want to confuse people because she was using Tracy. Now she's Denise. So I just want y'all to know, because I know we recognize her voice, right? So whoever was just calling, please call back. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, please give us a call back. Give me a call back. There's nothing wrong with this woman asking questions to clarify. It was a good, it's nothing wrong with asking a question. I'm sure I missed your questions too, Ray Allen, if you could call in. So is the family planning on filing a lawsuit? They're not there yet. The process where they are right now is waiting on the lawyers waiting on them to close their case. And after they close their case, then their attorneys is going to request whatever they have that they've been investigating, all their information, and then go from there. That is what I was told is what they waiting on. I haven't heard anything about an official autopsy or anything like that. That's the same guy that was on Taylor's live, sound like? Same guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he won't get through no more. Just idiots. People are just don't and grown as heck. Sound like he was 90 years old. You know what I'm saying? Acting child's play. Grow up. I don't play with trolls at all. Is this a real call? I swear the same call happened on another live. What time was this? I'm not sure. What time was this mean? Protected by God. If you still here, call back. Or are you calling back? Hold on. What time is it? Because this dang on thing I don't know why it's not ringing, y'all. I don't. Let me go. Let me check something. Oh, that's why. Now it's ringing. Dang, I must have had my ringer off for a long time. Okay, y'all can call now. I'll hear it. Dang, I got 8 missed calls. Call back. My bad, y'all. Good Lord. They thought we were going to back down after the Walmart footage, but they had another thing coming. That Walmart footage proved nothing. What did it prove? Not a dang on thing. First thing I was looking for when I seen the Walmart footage was the timestamp, and it wasn't one. The family said when they went and looked at the evidence, they blacked out the timestamps. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they let the parents see that? Ain't you supposed to be transparent with the parents? Wasn't the parents supposed to see everything? And shouldn't their investigation have been over since they said he did it to himself? Everything should have been done. You know that they should have handed over everything, investigation closed, but they kind of rolling things back. That this is what we looking at here. Okay, I'm gonna let this keep playing until somebody call back. The purpose of this live is for everybody to ask questions that you didn't get a chance to. The parents will see it.
What the? We looking at? Come on, took it from there.
Was Bishop the first one at the scene? Did he tell y'all that?
Bingo. Who was the first person at the scene? Other than the lawnmower man? The lawnmower man found him. Who was there before Henderson? I mean, before Vance County. Yeah. Remember Henderson?
I do.
Henderson was the first people on the scene because they was the one who said, "Hey, this ain't us." When it got hot, when the word got out, they tossed it up. So, oh no, this not us. This Vance County. Well, what the hell y'all doing there?
So where did that? Okay. Where did that come from? Why did they defend that? You think?
But they lied.
Right. But I'm saying, what information do you have other than what they saying? Like, how do we know Henderson was there first?
Because Henderson pretty much said it. Why would Henderson even respond to anything? It wasn't just the news that it was in Henderson County.
Okay.
See that fence line? That fence line is a separation from Henderson and Vance. So that shop, that TNR shop, they the one that called. So when they called, that was Henderson. Where JAVION was found was Vance.
Now, see, I mean, like I said, the reason why everybody is confused is because of the sheriff and what he said. But okay, Henderson, North Carolina, and Vance County is their county. And so somebody typed in my comments, they said the fence line doesn't separate Vance County and Henderson. You can Google Vance County lines and see. Henderson came out and made that statement because, like you said, it was all being reported as Henderson. And the cousin said in a viral video, he was found. Hold on. I don't hear nothing. So callers, when you call in, please state your name so I can hear it when you call. It was all being reported as Henderson, and the cousin said in her viral video, he was found in Henderson, North Carolina. So everyone blew up their Facebook. And they made a statement because it isn't their district. That don't make sense to me.
Call from Protected by God, calling from North Carolina. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, caller, did you say protected by God?
I did.
Okay, perfect. My bad. I'm so sorry. I had the ringer off and all that stuff. But what did you?
I just wanted to send my condolences to JAVION's mother because she's up here on your live today.
Oh,
but the question that
she is?
Yeah, she is under Sasha Fierce.
Oh, hey, Tierra. But, they thought we were going to back down. Oh, okay. I read that and didn't even realize it was her. Because the last time it was under her name. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Yes, love to you, my sister. Go ahead.
This is what I wanted to say. If it happened the way that they said it happened, why were they so much in a hurry to get his body out of town?
Mm-hmm.
Then another thing. I thought that they had to wait until somebody came to identify his body. Why did they go ahead on and ship him out? That was my question.
So I remember your question because you had called before and you wanted to know if they were given permission to, if they gave them permission to prep the body. Because basically you're feeling like they should have let the funeral home there take care of everything. Like what should have happened? What should have happened? Or you thinking?
From my understanding and from what I know, that body could have, his Javion's body could have stayed there, and I don't care if it took them month, 2 months, 3 months. They have ways of means of preserving our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be put in the ground a day after.
Facts.
So that's my question. Why were they in a hurry to hurry up and get Javion's body from Vance County?
Yeah, they was in a rush after a week passed by, or what? Or wait, I guess he asked them that kind of in the beginning. I don't know, but what do you think? What do you think? Why do you think they were rushing to get him back?
Because they beat him.
Mm-hmm.
They beat my Javion. Beat everybody Javion. They beat that poor boy. They did.
Don't say that word no more. We can get away with it once or twice, but yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did what they did to him.
Mm-hmm.
And they know it. But anyway, that's all.
So wait a minute. So you think they would have been in a rush to get him back there because of that?
Yes, ma'am. Because of that, they know. Because there's no way possible that a person could unalive themselves and break their neck. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
He had a cracked neck bone. I want the sheriff to explain that to us.
Now, when you initially asked about the prepping of the body, I thought basically you were trying to figure out if they were the ones that like fixed up his body, because I mean it sounded like he was ready for a funeral. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's what you.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so yeah, it seems so you trying to figure out if they had them all set up and fixed up before they even sent them there. And that's a good question. That is a good question. Who prepped his body? I mean, how did he arrive? What state did he arrive in at the funeral home? I would say call the funeral home and ask them some questions. Like, I mean, because look, if I'm talking to the parents really, but if I mean, you would think, right? If it was something wrong with him, then the funeral home in Chicago, surely you would think they wouldn't have no connections with Henderson, and that should have alarmed somebody. So did they prep his body? Did they fix him up before they even got him to where they didn't have to do anything, basically? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm just, because I wasn't understanding you all the way. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. That's a good question. Tiara, if you want to answer that, if you know, at a later date or whatever. But I mean, that is a good question, because then that would be yet another department or business that ignored some clear signs, you know. So that's they know they have to come clean. Something, you know, and the nail clippings for more evidence. I mean, that's obvious. And then Javion dad made a good point. Like, do they do nail clippings on the scene? Like, what? Why was that on the police report? And he was right. Oh my God, I did not know I paused me looking like that. BFF, you should have called me. You probably ain't looking at the screen. Heck no. What? Wait a minute. You mean you said the fence splits it? I had no idea.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, y'all, it is confusing, but Henderson is in Vance County. Vance County is a county. I don't know. But I mean, it's all confusing because the sheriff just said that Henderson don't have nothing to do with it, and that Vance County was investigating. So it is confusing, y'all, based off of that.
Like, right.
I was able to connect and go kind of look through his eyes and see what he did. The next morning, it was too late to call. I gathered my information on it.
Now I want to play this because some people had said something about the guy that worked inside of TNR. They were saying in my comments that he's deaf, and that you know, that's why he would be standoffish and all this. Now, I mean, I don't know about all that. I don't know if that's true or not, because I could have sworn he said that man answered the phone. So how do a deaf person answer the phone? See, people just be trolling possibly, but we gonna go over this anyway. I want to be people to be have clarity.
His yard, who owned his yard? It was TNR truck repair. So I'm like, maybe he was getting his truck repaired. I don't know. So I called the first thing I wake up in the morning. Oh, hello, sir. Yes. Did you happen to find wake up this morning and find a young black man hanging on one of your trees? And he said, yeah. Yeah. When they said Walmart.
That what type of, when you met this guy in person, what kind of feel did you get from him? Did you know he was the one that called 911 when you were talking to him?
I didn't get that from that was Ray. When I met Ray, I didn't pick that up from Ray. No, I didn't, but I didn't, you know.
Now, later on, I mean, I was shocked at his answer. And he's saying that Ray did not answer the phone. It was another guy to answer the phone. I thought it was Ray that answered the phone.
I picked it up from someone else in that shop, but not him.
Really?
Yeah. It was somebody else in that shop, and he was acting real weird, and my energy tuned into him like a I'm trying to think of something to say with it, but I tuned into him and I watched him, and I was watching his movements. And everybody was in tune with what was going on, especially in a little town like that. Something like that happened. If you at work and you see the person, the father or whatever, you know, and you see something going on, naturally, you're going to kind of make your way over there so you can hear, even if you're at work. Mm-hmm. You want to know what's going on. You interested. Not this guy. He was like standoffish, emotionless. That said a lot. How you emotionless?
Yeah, it does say a lot. He was standoffish, emotionless, and then somebody gonna say, "Oh, that guy is deaf. I know who they talking about." Blah blah blah. I don't know if he deaf or not, but he answered the phone, according to the dad. And so, hold on, I'm going to look at my comments because somebody said that. So let me see, because I really didn't read it all the way. I just seen that part. Hold on. But I'll let him keep talking while I'm looking.
You know, and yeah. And I got more information about the scene, not the scene, the scene. I'll tell you this. There was footprints supposedly on the shirt. So when I look at that picture, something about that picture on the police car, I know they said it was on the 12th, but that picture, unless it was there divinely, you know, that picture said that was on the police car. That was my son.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because
and when I heard about the footprints on the shirt,
And then other policemen stopped him.
When you look at the picture and you look right here, when I found out there was footprints, we was trying to figure out, was it blood? Was it the road? It was probably footprints. See? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely my son.
See, that I'm glad you brought it up. And I want to point something else out to you that I don't know. I mean, I got it labeled, obviously. The shirt, he got on a different shirt. This is a muscle shirt he got on.
Right.
And I'm going to show you. Look at that. So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that picture in comparison to the shirt that he have on? Don't it look like a different shirt to y'all? Does it look like a muscle shirt to y'all? The sleeves are clearly cut off on the shirt in the reflection. Okay, so Ray Allen had asked about the reflection, right? He said, did the dad really see the truck reflection photo at the police station or just on the internet? He's seen it at the police station. I mean, he's seen it on the internet. But he asked them about it. Ray Allen, you must didn't watch the whole video because he talked about that. He asked them about the picture. And it is a real picture. Because I was tripping. It's a real picture. But they said what they told him, oh, that's Photoshop, right? But they also admitted that was them investigating at night or pulling camera footage or something. This is what the father said that he was told because he called and asked, and I think he talked to Brame. I think he said he talked to Brame and he asked, he said something about the picture. No, he did say that was a real picture though, but that is Photoshop. But we gonna get to that in this part of it because that's something that I was gonna play back. That's not the same shirt.
That's not.
That is not the same shirt.
Right. Yep.
And where's his necklace? And did it look like he had a charm on that necklace?
He do have a charm. He do got a necklace.
And Tierra, my condolences. I said it in the interview. I was so distracted that I didn't give my condolences for you losing your dad.
DC. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is DC calling from Philly.
Oh, hey, DC.
Yeah,
in Philly?
Yeah. They need to give up that footage.
What footage? Which footage?
That footage at the TR. They need to get that footage. So, if that happened, I know you checked the TR video. Mm-hmm. That was the first place you would have checked, not Walmart.
Exactly.
So come up with the footage. Vance County, Henderson, whatever. Give up the footage. We know. Mm-hmm. It's no alleged that everybody know that if that happened where it happened, then you check the TR. That's the first place you're going to check, and you have no video?
None.
Right.
And chopped it up to something blocking the camera. But what about the other direction? What about when he parked it? You know what I'm saying? They talking about, oh, it's blocking it from here, from the side view. But what does it have to do with the front of your building? This camera is pointing outward. I mean, it's pointing in more than one way, correct? And then there's one under the awning. So what about that one? That ain't blocked. Go ahead.
That's not blocked at all.
It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Good work. Keep doing your thing. I hope we shed light and call these other places and bring his name up too when they doing their little segments. We got to keep this rolling.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to keep doing. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and smack that thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye. I got to make sure I tell all the callers individually, hit the thumbs up. I know y'all be forgetting, right? So anybody else with any other questions, please call in because we want the family to have an opportunity to answer any questions from the supporters. I look at y'all as supporters of Javion, and we want to get down to the truth, and we want clarity in things to just debunk all the rumors. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it with the BS. And I seen in the comments that somebody wanted us to address the There's a very negative video out there. Allegedly, JAVION friend called somebody and blah, blah, Skippy and all that. I couldn't even really watch that video. It bothered me so much. But one thing about that video, the father did say something to me about it. Kori, he said that he contacted that person and asked them to take that video down. And they basically was like, whatever. You know, they didn't care. They didn't give a damn about him being a grieving father or anything like that. And they refused to take the video down, obviously. I don't know why this friend, I think that was a friend. That wasn't his cousin that said that they had talked to him and all this crap or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. His dad said that is not true. So I don't know why a person that's calling themselves JAVION's friend will call somebody and tell them that he was allegedly feeling a certain kind of way, sitting up there feeding into their narrative. So I didn't even really want to talk about it, but I will say that the father seen it, he had a problem with it, he had talked to the person, and that was their response. I wasn't going with the narrative at all. It was stupid on whoever part this was, and I don't believe it, period. We seen JAVION. Y'all, look at him. He got the rope in his hand right now on his way out of Walmart. Do he look like he ready to go do that? No, he does not. Did he look happy? Yes, he did. I don't care what nobody is saying. That's stupid to say that if you're supposed to be a friend. Like, I mean, I guess they wanted some attention. That's crazy. And then that person talked and didn't show not one text messages or no proof of that. So I don't know. I don't believe everything I hear.
On he got that's his grandfather's necklace. He never took it off. When his grandfather passed, before his grandfather passed, he gave him that necklace. I mean that chain. He never took that off. Never, ever.
See, so he slept in that, and
slept in everything.
The first time I talked to Tierra, I asked her where was JAVION necklace, and she didn't really. She was like, "What necklace?" You know, but when she was here, she talked about it. Her father giving it to her, and I did forgot to tell her my deepest condolences for the loss of your father. But that necklace tells us a lot. If he never took it off, and they never mentioned it in evidence. They never
they didn't mention a lot of stuff in evidence.
Yeah.
But they say redacted. It says redacted. And what I get from when you say redacted, usually if somebody
look, I didn't notice what see, like his wife, she came to tell us about the necklace, and I was so into what he was saying, I didn't notice that she was really trying to get our attention or his attention so she could say about the necklace, because I really wanted to know about his necklace. I mean, clear as day, you see it, you know. And again, the parents are very distraught. They didn't see the pictures. It's not like they handed them the pictures and they was able to just stare at them. They was looking at them from a distance, I guess on a screen. They investigator is clicking the pictures. They did notice dates off or blocked or whatever, you know. So, I mean, and then you hearing this for the first time, it's foreign. Have somebody ever told you something and you said, what? Like it like, hold on, that was so shocking. I didn't even hear you, or I know you couldn't have said what I thought you said. So if you ever lost somebody or ever been devastated like this, man, I mean, come on, you're not gonna be on your A game. It's a lot of things you're not gonna remember and all that, but they show they show recorded. I mean, the phone, I mean, that right there was real good. So, you know, a couple of them was sparking, like he was saying that he wasn't firing on everything in his brain.
Redact something, meaning it's there already, it's written, and they covering it up. My bad.
Yeah, to make it fit whatever narrative they working on. But I want to go back to the shirt because clearly this is a muscle shirt. It's not rolled up or anything. It looked like,
or it could have been. You see how thin his shirt is. It could have been ripped.
It could have been ripped because it looked like I'm seeing the side of his skin there. I think it's a muscle shirt, y'all. I mean, when I look closer at it, I mean, that's his arm right there. That's cut off. I really don't see no rips. That look like stains, and that looked like a scar on his arm. It looked like he got on a whole different shirt, and he could have on some different shorts as well. My point is, I do believe, because we got a couple witnesses, alleged witnesses, saying, like the one person, my mom was going to work in the morning, early morning hours. I'm thinking 3-4 o'clock in the morning. That is when I mean, they could have creeped up on him then. But see, maybe when I think about that now, right, knowing that his grandmother called him at 7:01, now I'm questioning that too, you know, because if Javion was okay, he would have called his family, y'all. He would have called his family. If he was okay after 7, his grandmother called him. He would have called her back. He would have known that she was worried about him. And if his grandmother called him at 7:01, then he couldn't have been in the freaking truck with it running, walking back and forth at that time, because we do not have footage. We do not have timestamps, and we do not know if this stuff is true. We do not have him going into the gate and going into TNR with his trailer to take it off. We don't see none of that. All of that is missing. Why? So, I mean, I don't see how they can ever close this investigation without that information. How you gonna not have the most important part, and all you showing is some small little? It's making me mad. The more I talk about it, I'm getting angry. Please turn me down in the background. I'm yelling. Hey, caller, is this DC again?
I forgot to ask you one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the grandmother say she talked to him at 7, and it's an hour different, why are the investigators going off of kind of the phone call that the mother kind of out for an hour? How they doing this?
They not going off. Wait, no, the police is not going off of the grandmother. They don't know. They never said nothing about his grandmother call. We know because the grandmother told the family. And this is after we had the timeline and all of that kind of stuff. This is newer, you know, that we're finding out about and using it against their timeline. Huh?
And they built their timeline an hour off. Basically, that's what it sounds like, right?
Their timeline is off. Yeah, it absolutely is way off. What I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that about the grandmother, because we got to remember, they said Javion he left Walmart at 4:53 p.m. He put up at TNR at 4:58. TNR closes at 5 p.m. Number one. How did this trailer get stuck in locked in their gate? That couldn't have happened if they locked their gate at night. And then he couldn't have been sitting in his truck with it running. When his grandmother called him, Javion he rushed her off the phone. Something was going on when his grandmother called. He was like, "Grandma, I gotta call you back, whatever." And I think she did. I don't know. I forgot exactly what it was, but it lasted seconds. After that was 7:01 Chicago time, which would have been 8:01 daytime. But they're telling us that at 7 o'clock he was just chilling, sitting in his truck, running. Then he got out. He cut it off at 7:30, got out and walked towards the gate, and ain't nobody hear nothing from him no more. That can't be true if his granny called at 8:01 or 7:01 her time, huh?
So when did the wife see them?
When did the wife see? Yeah, so then his wife, yes. So when Javion's cousin hit up TNR on Facebook, their business page, and asked, she asked if they seen Javion. with somebody or anything like that. No, we seen him coming from across the street. My husband seen him coming from across the street when we were closing. Now, they close at 5. Hold on, let me say this. They close at 5. Now, they told us Javion was pulling in at 4:58. The husband seen him at closing. How was he walking across the street and driving his truck inside of the parking lot?
Yeah, I don't think wifey is. I don't know. Something ain't right. I don't think she is stupid as I think Mr. Taylor thinks she is. Something ain't right. But my bad. I just wanted that timeline is throwing me off.
No, but wait a minute. Wait. What did you just say?
Oh, because I was watching you, but Taylor had shouted you out, and Taylor Pupperson, he shouted you out.
When?
So I'm so intrigued about this case that I know it's always two perspectives when two different people is doing something. I just got to see where each other is going, and y'all both going in the same direction. But it's some stuff that you given. It's good.
Oh, thank you. You know the difference between me and Taylor. He's the bounty hunter, and I'm investigations over here. This is Sleuth Nation.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
I'm a woman too.
Have a great day. I'm watching.
You too. Thank you. Yeah, like I mean, we have the same goal, and that is justice for Javion. But we two different people. Listen. Taylor go out there and get him talking. He the one that brought the case. I wouldn't have nothing to talk about if it wasn't for Taylor going out there. But it's crazy because the same time that he went live, we all just showed up at the same time. And then I'm talking to him. He like, call me because I'm all emotional. He was saying something. He was talking about the sheriff. And I said, I heard him say it. He's like, call me or whatever. And we met that day. And hey, we want justice for Javion. And we ain't stopping. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I go over everything. That this is just how I am. And I know from cases you miss so much. You can't just go over this stuff one time. Each time you go over it, you hear something that you missed. How many thumbs up I got now? Shout out to people listening in on Facebook. Come on over to YouTube and subscribe. Thank you for the 55 thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. Can I get 5 more? It's 60 in the building. Facts. Wife seen husband, red truck, dropped off truck. That is when everything went left. Wife seen husband, red truck. Call in, Angela. Don't forget Sleuth Slayers. We are Sleuth Nation. It seems they are protecting that business. They are protecting the business. And that's what the father said. He said they never mentioned TNR, y'all. So why are they protecting TNR so much, allegedly? You know what I'm saying? Like, at all costs. To not even mention them. Yeah, y'all call in. That helps make it interesting. I want all the questions. I mean, y'all be writing books sometime in the comments. Call in. Okay, I'm gonna let this keep playing. It could have been ripped or it could have been changed. The reason why I'm saying that is because I believe. Let me ask you this: what do you believe as far as Javion? Because okay, how do we go from night and day? Where was Javion at? If they said that he. Thank you for the 59 thumbs up. Now we have 62 in the building. Can we get 62? Thank y'all. Dropped his trailer at 4 right before Ray was about to leave. Then we would have to believe that something happened. They don't want you.
I can say this. There was a 45-minute period, 45 to 50-minute period when he got to that lot before he left the lot. Bob Taylor. It was a 45-minute period. What happened in that 45 minutes?
It was a 45-minute period before he left, like after he dropped the trailer off.
Yeah.
So
He was there.
TNR and Walmart.
Yep.
Okay.
So for instance, I don't know the exact times. I do because I have to go and listen to it. But I believe it was like he made it to the lot about 4:57 or something.
4:58. He left the distribution at 4:53. Got to the TNR at 4:58.
Okay.
5 minutes.
So now, 45 minutes from that point, this is unspoken about. Sheriff didn't say nothing about it. Nobody said anything about this. All they said was he left the lot, and that's all they showed. He left the lot. And then they start their story. Then he went to, they told us about the vape shop, but they didn't tell us, they only told us about the vape shop because I had bank records of him going to a vape shop. So that's
okay. So I'm looking on there right now for the timeline, and I got it already. So you too slow, girl. But anyway, look. So the 45 minutes, the time in between that he's talking about, JAVION at 4:58, he's going into the dirt road, is idling or whatever, right? So 4:58, they told us that time, right? And then it skipped to 5:44. So what happened in between that? What happened in between that? This is the footage we don't have. What was going on? You know, what was going on at that time? Yeah. Yeah. 4:58. Now, at 4:58, this is what it says. Magee's truck is idling in the dirt parking lot area in front. Magee's truck is idling in a dirt parking lot in front of 285 Banco Mill Road, which is TNR. Hold on, let me pull that up. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, 285 Banco Mill Road in Henderson. This is where his body is later found. The parking area is an unofficial truck stop. And it's about a half a mile from the Walmart distribution. So 4:58 p.m. Then we go to 5:44. What happened in between that time? That is what the father is talking about. And then it says at 5:44, Magee drives northwest on Andrews Avenue. So allegedly, he made all of these moves before he went to Walmart, actually, is what they saying. So from the dirt lot at 5:44, he goes to West Andrews. 5:49, Magee pulls in Young Street. His truck is idled there. So West Andrews and Young Street, I guess that's the area that the store is at. But anyway, so northwest on West Andrews Avenue. Then he's at 5:49. Magee pulls on to Young Street. His truck idles. 5:53, Magee parks in a parking lot at the corner of West Andrews Avenue and Van Street. Magee gets out of the truck and walks to the local smoke shop. Official says the purchased tobacco products and seen alone in the store. Where's the footage? Where are the damn tapes? Release the tapes.
I believe that's the reason they told us about the vape shop. Other than that, they probably wouldn't have told us that. The less information they could have gave us, the better for them.
Yeah.
But I had access to a ton of information already. So I was just waiting to hear what they was going to say.
Right.
So I gave them some information, but they don't know all the other information that I got. So, it's a 45-minute gap in there. I heard of something about a tussle or something, where the that Richard did with a couple of people. The guy in the shop. I mean, the guy in the guy he interviewed at the store said he saw Javion go drive into the truck, he said he drove back there. He said he drove back there. Now, I didn't understand what he mean by back there. Right. Because I'm thinking he didn't drive into the back of a store with no trailer. So when he said he drove back there and he got stuck,
right? He
got stuck with a trailer. So what did he drive back into? He drove back into that truck stop, that TNR truck repair. That's where he drove back there. And he got stuck. And that's when he engaged with them, the owners now. Now, what happened in the 45 minutes after the engagement?
So, okay. And so, yeah, that is what people are saying, that is what happened, that he came in there, you know, it was a tussle, all this, that, and the third. I believe something happened because we don't have the footage. Why? Why don't we have the footage? You're hiding something, right? I hope y'all can hear me because my signal is all the way down. I don't know what's going on with this signal. But last time I did that, y'all could still hear me. They cannot release tapes because that's when the altercation happened at that drop-off at TNR. You're on it, MTGV. Thank you so much. Let me tell you, that's some bull. So okay. So then, okay, so he pulls in 45 minutes is lost. Even in their timeline, they did not fill in that 45 minutes that we know that he should have been unhooking his trailer. Okay, thank you, BFF. That he should have been unhooking his trailer. They just left that blank. Didn't tell us nothing. What was going on? How do you have camera? See, this is the thing too, y'all. They can tell if they tamper with those cameras because everything gonna be fluent on their cameras till they get to that part. These people don't seem to be worried about that. I mean, literally just told us any damn thing. That's crazy. I'm getting mad. Hold on. Okay, so basically, according to what they wrote, because you said the 45 minutes, so he was talking about the old man. I just put that in here. What he's talking about right here. The man that said Javion was backing up. He needed help. Right here.
Try to go around to the back and turn his truck around to the lane. Okay. So the person he asked for help. You know what I mean? Because he walked up there. You know what I'm saying?
He walked up where?
In the front.
Okay.
So then, you know, and then asked for help to get his truck parked. You know what I mean?
To accept, press 1.
Caller, state your name when you call. Thank you. I'm angry now. I'm trying to calm down. At 4:58, according to their timeline, he was idling. He had just put up at TNR. And then from 4:58, they go to 5:44. Where Magee, he's supposed to be driving on Andrews, West Andrews, and all this. But this is my thing, right? So he went to Walmart after he would have left here. How do you get into a scuffle and then you go to Walmart and you chipper? I don't believe nothing after Walmart. So can y'all answer that for me? Because we seen how happy Javion was throwing up the rope. He wasn't worried about nothing. And then I did point out, I said, why didn't Javion get a bag? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he had the rope and the receipt in hand, like he was going to hand it to somebody. So that was another scenario. Could they have sent him to get the rope just for the camera? You know what I'm saying? Just to have that, to be able to say that, because everybody know the big lick. All you got to do to get away with a crime, you know, put them by a tree. You know what I'm saying? And call it that. And they already know. That's why I said the laws need to change. The laws need to change. Number one, they need to be told they got to investigate, whether it's that or not. Quit playing with me, man. I'm not answering no calls that don't say their name first. Oh, wait. Well, oh, shout out to Don't Worry About It. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And shout out, I think it was Angela that sent one the other day. So this for both of y'all. Well, I play one at a time. Shout out to you. I gotta remember what the name say. Don't do it again or something. Wait. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Shout out to you. And I think it was Angela yesterday. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Let's go.
Y'all rock. Thank you. Okay. And I believe that their timeline is just messed up. Like Walmart. Well, I ain't hear nothing that time. Hold on, I think let me see. Oh, that actually, a number actually showed up. Call back and say your name so I can answer the phone. That's if you want to. Wait a minute now. Oh, let me hit play. What is going on?
Because they're trying to create it out of TNR. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, Walmart, didn't nothing happen after he went to TNR. Now, we just need to know what time he actually went there. I don't believe he went and did all this stuff after that. Unless they told him he could stay there, sent him to get the rope and set him up. Like, that would be the only way. But my thing is, what do you think about where was he at all that time? Do you believe
the 45 minutes?
More than the 45 minutes. Did they tell him? Because it's a couple scenarios. They could have got into it. Whatever, he moved his trailer, went somewhere else, and then they got into it again. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards maybe they smoothed it over, said he could stay there, or he thought he was cool and they swooped back up on him, creeped up on him at night.
I believe they did something like that.
Press 2.
Huh?
I believe they did something like that.
Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
They came back because they knew where he was.
Right.
South Carolina.
Hi, what's your name?
Junior.
Oh, Junior. Okay, I thought that's what I heard. Thanks for calling. What's your question?
Why is it being covered up? Like, what is the purpose of being covered up? Is they're keeping it from someone, or what is it?
You asking me what's the purpose of the police covering it up?
Yeah, what do you feel like the purpose of them covering it up? Like, is it because they're hiding it from?
What do you think?
They're hiding it from someone. Like,
what do you think?
They're hiding it from someone. They're keeping someone in the blind.
Huh?
I feel like they're keeping somebody in the blind.
Right. What's your question again?
So I feel like I remember in the video or something you all were saying about he could have been possibly trying to go find somebody or speak to someone, or what was the purpose of parking his truck and walking away from the truck to come back and it was a lock on his trailer?
Say that again.
You understand what I'm saying?
Say it again.
Okay, I remember in a video before you, he came back and it was a lock on his trailer. So was he going to meet someone, or? And I mean, when he was going to get help after the lock was found on his trailer.
Yeah, see, I never talked about the lock on the trailer, but what they saying is that that was a possibility that somebody could have put a lock on his trailer. It was a possibility that he got stuck. That's not facts though. The caller has me. I'm lost too. I'm just trying to understand this question. That's all. But have you been following this case from the beginning?
Yeah, I have, and it got me kind of confused. You feel me? Like,
lies usually do confuse you.
And that's the thing. I know that lies confuse you and keep you blinded from the truth. And it seems like the truth is just covered with lies. So I'm trying to unwrap the lies to actually understand it. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what we doing here. Shoot, trying to unravel all these dang on lies like this rope around this tree. That's how much lies got it raveled up here. So what do you think? Look at that. Look at that rope. That's crazy to me. I couldn't believe when I seen this picture. And I ain't even asked Taylor where he got it from, or but was that all you had to caller? Oh, I think did you hang up? Okay. The lines are open if anybody else want to call in. So that was a person that called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 267. You can call back if you still here. All right, let me hit play. Let me hit play.
Know what he did wrong. Now, if he went back into that lot like that, it's a gate. And you got to drive. And what made me realize that he went into this gate is because the way that the guy in the store explained it. He said he drove back there and got stuck. And then he walked to the front. Well, the front, yeah, you would have to walk all the way back up that road to the front of the gate. He was looking for help. He was trying to they probably saw him. They could have easily told him, hey, go get a rope. And we're going to help. We're going to need a rope to help get the trail out. And then that's when he went to Walmart to get the rope. Yeah. And so if you see him throwing the rope in the air, at first somebody said something about him lifting, using a rope for weightlifting.
Pull-ups. I heard this. I'm like, how you gonna weight lift? But you are the weight if you pulling up, but it's called pull-ups, man. Like, dang, pull-ups, like the diapers.
Or yeah, I don't believe that person.
It's too long for that. It's too long for weightlifting and stuff. So if he was going to get the rope so that he can get his trailer released, he happy about that because he had to get his trail out. But that wasn't the plot. That wasn't the plan for the rope. That wasn't their plan. They knew he was green. They knew he didn't know much as far as what was going on. And there's a history with them and the trucking company that JAVION was working for. They didn't like them.
They didn't like who?
KLM.
Oh.
Yeah.
TNR don't like KLLM.
Because their trucks are always parking on their lot.
So they didn't. I wanted to know their conversation too, because okay,
And there's nothing said about there's somebody KLM called and checked to see what was going on with their driver.
They do a well-being check.
A well-being check. Who did they call to go check on the driver?
Yes, exactly.
It wasn't no truck stop, so they couldn't have called a pilot or a Love's, Flying Jail. It wasn't that. That's who they would have normally called if it was in a truck stop. To go, hey, could you go out and look for this truck number and knock on the door and let them know we just need to make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to call that truck stop, that TNR, to go and check.
Yeah.
Because they said they talked to somebody.
Yeah.
So sheriff and them, I don't even think they even knew none of this stuff. Because they give you secondhand information.
Exactly, but my thing is, I read that, but I haven't seen it nowhere since. But I read that and I was live that KLLM said their vehicle, whatever, hadn't moved in 15 or 17 hours, and they contacted TNR. So my question was, what time was that call? Was it before or after they 911 call? You see what I'm saying?
Junior.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
Is this DC calling back? Can you hear me?
Yes, hello?
Yes, is this Junior from DC calling back?
No, Junior.
Junior, where you calling from?
Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Okay, so you are the one that, okay. What's your question?
Okay, I want to know, and I'm sorry for the confusion, it's just that I'm confused, you feel me? I want to know that I feel like it's I'm surrounded by it, like this is the area. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I know it is not where they say it's supposed to be, but I don't know if I'm 100% sure. You feel me? Like this is the area, but I feel like it's being covered up.
We do too. That's what we trying to unravel this mess. We definitely feel like it's being covered up.
Yeah, like I pay attention to a lot around me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not 100% sure, but that's just how I feel. You feel me? Like I pay attention to a lot.
So who do you feel is covering it up?
And that's
Who do you feel like is covering it up?
It's got to be police.
Talk to me, Junior. You got a lot going on. I'm gonna have to let you go. Your audio is bad. Thanks for calling. Yeah, his audio is bad, and that's a pet peeve of mine. We gonna keep playing this. But thanks, Junior.
Exactly. That's what we don't know. And I can get it. I have to call KLM. I haven't talked to them.
Can't you call
I haven't talked to them because I didn't know their real involvement other than him working for them. But I do understand that they got more. Yeah, the trailer. They claim that wasn't part of the crime scene. That's because y'all didn't want it to be a part of the crime scene. Because y'all want it to be a self-unalivement.
Again, all things is alleged on this channel, always. Where is my banner at? Yeah, see, the banner says that. It's everything is alleged. How you doing, J3? Everything I'm talking about is alleged. It's always alleged. Nothing is true. All parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But think about it, y'all. If that was true, if everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, why do they arrest you first before the trial? Like, yeah, hey, I'm in jail. So to me, that's saying that I'm guilty. All parties are innocent until proven guilty. Like being behind bars is kind of saying that you're guilty, right? But anyway, I just always thought that, and this is my first time saying it, but yeah, out loud anyway.
So that y'all can do as minimum investigation as possible.
It's all kind of evidence in that tray.
Yeah. They missed it. They let it go back. He have a tablet, a GPS, a trucker's GPS tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. I don't have his phone is still,
his suitcase.
His suitcase that he had. All of that stuff is still missing.
And his gold chain.
His gold chain.
The gold chain. The picture that they showed us when we were there.
His driver's license gone.
The gold chain was still on his neck.
It was.
And it was.
Thank you, Protected by God, for calling with the good audio. Wait, did she hang up on me now?
That did not include CDL license.
Call back, Protected by God. So now I'm on KLLM's website. I hadn't gone on here. But hold on, there was something in particular. I'm looking for, let's see. Dude, I need to eat.
Protected by God, calling from North Carolina. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hey, Protected by God, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I have one more question.
Go ahead, you good.
For the chat room. If Jim Graham know all this here, then where's the tape of him knowing that JVR was going down a one-way street bobtailing?
Exactly. Like, I know, I seen that you said something about that. You said that something about it before. He definitely did. We seen him going down a one-way street. I might put that in here. I'm gonna put it in here before we end for sure.
All right, thanks, love.
Thank you. But you know what, y'all? Like I said, where's the body cam footage? Where is the dash cam footage? Where is the neighborhood footage? Like, think about it. Everybody, dang near everybody got what are they called? The ring cams. Then they have put license plate readers everywhere. They're in traffic stops. They even in my city, they putting them on people's homes that allow it. So you can't even drive down a street all the way without being seen by somebody camera. Yet we have no footage, but Walmart with no timestamps, and also the truck stop that he ate at had all the footage there. Oh, they show him pulling in. They show him getting out, going into the store, shopping, making a sandwich, all this. Come out. Okay, I made the sandwich part up. Come out, sitting in the vehicle, eating and driving off. Then the next thing they see is nothing. Fire footage. This dang on little, come on, man. That's stupid too in itself. Y'all gonna show them perfect footage and then show them clips and then hang up on people when they question you about it.
And that gold chain was not in the property bag as well.
What? Wait a minute. You said the picture they showed y'all, he had the necklace on at the tree. How did you even see the necklace with that big?
It was hanging out on the side. What I do for a living, I have to pay attention to detail. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like that naturally. So it was hanging.
And shout out to her, man. Like, she noticed that. She noticed that it was there, and they did not get it back in the property. That is his grandfather's necklace. Why don't they have it back? What? Y'all, look, I already said this, but like, they're saying that it was Black and Miles and a vape Marcus said that, and Tierra. They said it was Marcus even said the vape was rainbow. So whose vape was it, and why didn't they test it? Why didn't they test the Black and Milds? I don't know if y'all heard about this. There was a alleged bear attack. This guy went to a campsite. They thought he was attacked by a bear. They did DNA on a beer can and found out it wasn't a bear. It was a stupid, crazy person that, a prisoner, a criminal, somebody that ain't been out of prison very long, that did all kind of things to this man. But I'm just saying, they tested nothing on the crime scene. They told them that it wasn't part of the crime scene yet. You take pictures of the inside of it. Their investigating shows what they was really doing. You creating a narrative, allegedly. That this is what it reads. I'm gonna go ahead and let her talk, and I'm gonna be looking for something.
Hanging out on the side, and you can see the gold chain was still there. So when he asked for the property, it wasn't there. And asked Bishop, like, where's the suitcase and where's this, where's that? And then he said, oh, it must be still in the truck. I said, you guys didn't check the truck. Oh, that wasn't part of the evidence. I said, well, wasn't it 80 to 100 feet within the crime scene? So that should be a part of evidence.
80 to 100 feet within a crime scene. And she's right. I mean, I remember hearing something similar. I was gonna look it up, but yeah, I literally, it was a case where I seen them rope off. They rope off a certain distance in the crime scene, within the crime scene, and all of that stuff. None of that stuff should have been moved. Nothing should have been touched. None of that. Everything should have been roped off. But instead, we got people saying, my mom was going to work 3, 4 in the morning, early morning. Because it was still dark. Somebody slumped by a tree with a cop and an ambulance there. We got other people saying, what y'all doing? Trying to cover it up with the one photo. We got other people saying, what these police, what they up to? We got all these different jurisdictions together. Why are they all bundled up looking like they up to something? How everybody gonna be? I'm talking about different people. And then, like, Henderson would have proof of all the messages they got. What was they sending them? They got all kind of messages from people. I just got a 1 or 2 screenshots. And then they come out and say that it is not them. That's why it's confusing. How is it? I mean, I'm confused still. Like, Henderson Police Department. Do they got a Vance County Police Department? I'm just confused on how it's separated. Why isn't Henderson the police department in Vance County? I don't get it. Like, I'm confused. I'm still confused. But I'm confused on why they saying it like that at this point. Don't make no sense. But what I was looking for, I was trying to see if I could find where I had read that KLLM was called. I can't remember if they said they called KLLM. Yeah, KLLM called TNR. That is what it said. And they called them because they said they equipment or whatever they call it hadn't moved in a while, and they needed to know what was going on, basically. From there, I don't know what happened. Was it before or after? Hold on, this is something else. I ain't never read this. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, so this article was written September 17th. I seen something in here interesting, so I'm going to just read the whole thing right quick. It says local law enforcement. This article is coming from The News and Observer. This one to be covering their articles. The local, let me screenshot this for they covered up, because I could have sworn this one be covering up stuff. Probably why I ain't read it, because I'm not paying for it. Just in case y'all got a trick for me, I got one for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Because I have had that happen before. Dang, this is long, too. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here it is. Wait. Okay. I ain't never read this, y'all. I'm tripping. I might need this anyway, so give me a second. I guess y'all could be listening to the video.
You didn't search it. You guys showed us a picture of the front part of it. So everything else that was in there, you gave us his wallet that was in the truck. Then you should have gave us everything else that was in the truck and his gold chain that was on his neck, because it was on the photo that they showed of him by the tree.
What? I wondered about that.
Yeah.
And so was it a charm also on that necklace?
No, it was just a plain thin rope that he got from his grandfather, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, what? Okay, so since we here at the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that there was Black and Miles and a. Okay, so before we get to that part, I want to read this article right quick. Shoot, that was a lot. That was long. So what the heck are they talking about? Hold on, y'all, because I seen some stuff as I was scrolling that I didn't see. So it says local law enforcement deny a lynching took place in Vance County despite, okay, I don't know, we know all that. Vance County Sheriff Brang told the observers. Information, social media, 21-year-old. Okay, there's not a lynching. Okay, the young man. All right, we know all that. Despite those claims, lawyers and other civil rights organizations are calling. Okay, hold on. Search warrant outlines Magee's moves. A Vance County search warrant outlined the steps have taken to investigate Magee's death and the evidence they have found so far. The warrant allowed to search Magee's white semi-truck. The warrant allowed officials to search his white semi-truck. What about his trailer? Wait, it says white semi-tractor. Okay, so on November 11th at 10:10 a.m., the sheriff's office was dispatched. On the police report, it say 10:08. And I seen 10:08 somewhere else also, but we gonna read anyway. Like I said, this is how the story get changed. Like by the time you get it to the second person, it already switched, because we see that with the 911 call that the guy was adamant that he was hanging. Right? He said it how many times? Then by the time we get to the sheriff, he said what he said. He was on his butt with the back against all that. Okay, y'all know that. So yeah, okay. Detective Lebron found a man with a distinctive forearm tattoo wearing a what is this tattoo? Could that be a tattoo that I had? Hold on, let's go to it. What is his tattoo? So Detective Lebron was the first person on the scene then. That's what they telling us right here. Right? I wondered if the person in the middle was Detective Lebron or a man. I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. I'm talking about the person in the middle. We don't know who that is, or the tall person. We don't. Well, the father said, the one looked familiar. The mother also identified him also, but the other two, who are they? But anyway, let's get back to this. Detective Lebron found a man with a distinctive forearm tattoo wearing a white shirt. wearing a white short sleeve shirt and black shorts. Hold on now. Hold on. He had on black and white shorts. Now, unless this article is written wrong, and I already said this, that some articles that I read, everybody didn't say. I mean, these are black and white, and then at the bottom is white, double lines. Why did yeah? So they said Lebron said this. I want to know what the reports say. What color was his shorts? Because I keep telling you, I feel like so the other scenario is that they could have set him up, go get the rope, you know, and he could have thought he was cool. You know what I'm saying? He slept there, but I mean, I don't know, or maybe they took his tractor trailer away from him, and he had to sleep here. Okay. Let me just say this: nothing is making sense, right? The reason why with those things that I'm saying, I can't even really say it comfortably now because I know that his grandmother called Chicago time at 7:01. Javion would have called his grandmother back. Javion would have called his family. He would have said something if he was able to do so. Nobody heard from Javion after his grandmother, so that's what makes me not want to say that now, that maybe they tricked him and maybe he was like, I believe because we don't have the footage of him driving in there, that's when everything happened, period. I don't know what time he went to Walmart. We need that footage. Okay, but we gonna read this because they just said that he was wearing a white short sleeve shirt and black shorts. That's what Lebron, they said Lebron found a man with distinctive forearm tattoo wearing a white short sleeve shirt. They didn't say muscle shirt either. Okay, and black shorts, sitting at the base of a tree with a rope wrapped. But although, you know, the 911 call said what they said. So the warrant states, so detective's first name wasn't included on the warrant. The detective's first name was show us the warrant. You want to tell us all that? The detective's first, why did they think that was important? I'm so confused. Oh, okay, because they just said Detective Lebron, I guess. So the man's legs were resting on the ground, facing away from the tree. He was wearing black. He was wearing, not they was on the side of him, not that they had flipped off his feet, but he was wearing dark clogs, plastic clog-like shoes. We know what clogs are. Give us a better description of what the hell y'all talking about. Now, they didn't say that his shoes was laying off to the side. I wear clogs all the time. If you sitting down, if you just did all this, how your shoes still gonna be on? How? Also, the first thing that I heard, the legs were straight out with one of his feet crossed, with his foot crossed, legs crossed is what they said, or one foot crossed over. Let's see what this one say. Man, get out of here. Hold on. So this one say man's legs were resting on the ground, facing away from the tree. He was wearing dark clogs, plastic clog-like shoes that slip on, and they also slip off, yet they was on, the warrant states. So the decedent displayed no visual sign. Now this is what Lebron said. This was the first person, right? So the decedent displayed no visible signs of assault or any outside trauma of the body. Get out of here. But his family definitely seen a dirt mark and blood on his knee. They definitely seen that. Dirty hands and all that is what I was told. And it was some other stuff. So the decedent displayed no visible signs of assault or any outside trauma of the body, the warrant said. At the man's feet, investigators found ripped paper wrappings, which displayed the brand of the rope. And Walmart.com, the warrant states. Now, remember, Marcus and Tierra said it looked staged. The wrapper was all nicely ripped with just to show the barcode to say Walmart.com or whatever. everything they needed to go and identify him. The reason, see, that's why I believe this rope, the whole thing was a setup. This is the only evidence they got. They had to make that happen. They're holding their hat on that. Anyway, so they said at the man's feet, investigators found a ripped paper wrapping which displayed the brand of the blue rope and Walmart.com. The warrant states unopened colored sheet wraps, which are used for smoking, were also found. See, they wanted to bring that home that is used for smoking. We know what it is. Oh, wait, this is what they put on there. This was on the police report. Put hair, clippings, all that crap on there. Like, some of that stuff definitely should have been on the autopsy report and not on the police report. This is a police report. What the hell? It's almost like they just wasn't expecting nobody to look nothing or find this strange. It says a detective contacted the medical examiner who made arrangements to transport the body to Raleigh. Okay. Since Lebron hadn't found any identification, he went to Walmart, and I thought Lebron was a woman. Is Lebron a man or a woman? No, Lebron is a woman. This article, I can't even believe nothing now. I don't know, but we gonna keep reading. I think Lebron is a woman. Because, yeah, anyway, since Lebron hadn't found any identification, he went to Walmart in Henderson, the warrant states. What time did they go to Walmart? Hold on. He went to Walmart in Henderson, the warrant states. There, he linked the information on the wrapping to Magee using the self-checkout to pay $4.20 for the rope at 6:20 p.m. September 10th. So I probably knew that time once upon a time, but let me write that down. So he allegedly went to Walmart at 6:10. Oh, I know where I read it at. The dang on timeline. 6:20. He went to Walmart. What time the receipt say? That's what I want to know. I want to know what time the footage say he was at Walmart, and what time does his receipt say that he was at Walmart. That's what I want to know. 6:20 p.m. Is that did they gather that from the receipt, or like how did they get that time stamp? Okay. So Walmart surveillance footage showed Magee wearing the same clothes that he had on. Well, why did y'all say he had on white shorts? Black shorts and not black and white shorts. Those lines matter. They matter. Especially when you identifying somebody that has passed. You have to be specific. You have to be accurate in police reporting. Same as nurse charting. You got to be accurate. You can't just say anything. I wonder if that warrant really say that he had on black shorts. Because if he did, they changed his clothes. This is crazy, man. So the warrant surveillance video showed Magee wearing the same clothes that he had on when he was found by the tree, leaving Walmart alone and entering the driver's side door at the large white semi-trailer. The detective relayed the information to other investigators at the scene where Magee was found. Investigators located the same semi-tractor trailer about 70 yards away. And I think the sheriff said 30 or 40 yards away. This say 70 yards away. The warrant states. In the truck, investigators found a Walmart receipt and Magee's ID. Where exactly was the truck? What? Investigators located the semi-tractor about 70 yards away, the warrant states. In the truck, investigators found a Walmart receipt and Magee's identification. Why didn't they go to the truck first? Why didn't TNR notice a foreign truck on their property? Since they don't allow other people to park on there, surely they would have noticed that as soon as they opened the doors at 8. And they would have questioned that then. There's a driver that said allegedly that he went there and he was supposed to be getting work done the next day and they made him leave. Didn't want him even in the lot, knowing that he was about to spend money. They did not care. They said you parking here, allegedly, they said you parking here is going to make other people think that it's okay for them to park here, and it's not. Okay. Then it says here, investigators also reached out to KLLM. What time? Now, they said they reached out to KLLM. This is which they tracked the movements of the tractor being driven by Magee. Why did they have to point that out? Was it driven by Magee or was somebody else driving Magee's bobtailing with Magee's truck? Okay. Then it says, hold on. Investigators also reached out to KLLM Trucking. This crazy because I know dang on well I read one that said KLLM, I thought reached out to them, but they also put in the part that the equipment hadn't moved in a while. So which is it? Investigators also reached out to KLLM Trucking, which tracked the movements. So like I said, somebody else could have been driving JAVION's truck. Period. If it ain't no tapes. Somebody could have clearly been driving just to get this. You see what I'm saying? They could have been driving just to get this, allegedly. Because Walmart was at 6:20. His grandmother called at 7:01. Chicago time, so it's an hour ahead. I mean, it would have been 8 o'clock in North Carolina. But anyway, man. So they go on to say, yeah, that they called KLLM, which they tracked the movements. I do want to know what time that was of the tractor trailer being driven by Magee. That information indicated that Magee went to the Hampton on Ruin, about 15 minutes away from Walmart. Okay. Footage showed the same man wearing the same clothes going. Anyway, we ain't about to read all that, but I'm glancing over this because I have never seen this. I haven't read this article, and I'm just trying to see what's different. Okay, so it says surveillance footage showed a man wearing the same clothes at the as Magee walking to the front desk and leaving around 6:36. The warrant states other surveillance footage showed Magee still alone purchasing a wrapper at a local smoke shop. Then they said surveillance footage from Shell gas station then shows, let's look at that footage they talking about. Somebody need to be slapped. when we got footage right here. But this is the footage. This is the distance that they was looking. This is Taylor, right at Shell gas station, right by their camera. So surveillance footage from a Shell gas station then showed the truck traveling on Vance Mill Road, making a left into TNR. A man wearing a white shirt and black shorts, black and white, is later seen leaving the white trailer and walking along with a white bag towards the direction of where Magee's body was found. Wait, hold on. What? Surveillance footage from a Shell gas station then shows the truck traveling on Banco Mill Road. Okay, a man. Wait a minute. A man wearing a white shirt and black shorts is seen leaving the white trailer. Why are they calling what is the right term for a semi truck with the trailer? What I mean, because they using all kind of terms here. You know, they calling it a trailer, they calling it different things. I'm trying to figure out like what happened to them together and apart. I mean apart, because we only seen it apart, right? So where's the other piece of the truck? Why are they putting it all together? And why are they calling it different things? I mean, and then some of the stuff is stating that they getting it from the warrant. So what the hell? Hold on. This is what they said. And why do the news get to see the warrant, but the parents can't? That's crazy to me. If you gonna show the news, why don't the parents know this? Anyway, a man wearing a white short and black shorts is seen leaving the white trailer and walking alone with a white bag towards the direction of where Magee's body was found the next day. The footage does not show him returning, the warrant says. What time was that again? They ain't even put a time on that, but we know from the other timeline it says 7:30. Then it says officials are continuing to investigate the unaliving and plan to review information on Magee's cell phone and search his truck, said Mike Waters. That's the DA. Unless this paper got this article I'm reading is lying and wrong, this is what I'm reading. It says officials are continuing to investigate the unaliving and plan to review information on Magee's cell phone and search his truck. Yet they told the family it wasn't a part of the crime scene. Did they search the truck or not? And what did they find? It says, said Mike Waters, the district attorney for Vance and surrounding counties. A North Carolina medical examiner will also determine a cause. Anyway, Mike Waters, district attorney for Vance and surrounding counties, said, I feel at this point, this investigation has been conducted the same way any other suspicious death investigation. Well, man, that's horrible. I bet you they ain't figuring nothing out. Not from this type of investigation. They ain't closed it yet. And it sounded like it was an open and shut case. I feel at this point, this investigation, this is what Mike Waters is saying, the district attorney who usually is the one that get the cases heard in court. He feel like the investigator was conducted the same way any other suspicious or death, he's saying, investigation would be. And they are doing all they can do. Wow. Social media posts about Magee. This concerns about Magee appears to stem from a woman who in a TikTok posted Thursday Under the account. Okay, says Magee's her cousin. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I'm gonna let this play and I'm gonna keep glancing on this. But some of that, I ain't heard some of the stuff before. Vape.
Yeah. They made sure they took pictures of that kind of stuff. I don't know what that's supposed to prove.
I don't know. I don't see
It's the same reason that they took a picture and they put a unopened pack of wraps next to the body. Like, come on, man. Like,
I don't see him smoking Black and Mouse.
I was just about to
ask you. I was so particular about his teeth.
Yeah.
Being white. He do all this white. I said, JB, don't do too much white when you can mess up the enamel on your teeth. And he is spending hours in the bathroom brushing his teeth. You know, he have his regular toothpaste, then he have his white, and then he went and got the strips. And then so I don't see, and I had never seen him even indulge in, Black and Mouse. So that was totally out the window for me.
Oh my God, y'all. I wondered about that. And what about the vape?
The vape, well, the reason the vape came up, and I don't know if it's a vape. I don't think it was no vape that he bought. That vape shop is also a convenience store. So I think it's all in one.
Boy, I just looked at this and realized I was doing the same pose like that I'm doing. Anyway, so I think we're talking about two different things there. Like Marcus and Tierra said, it was a vape in his truck with the Black and Mouse. And that's where I was saying that if they can test a beer can on a crime scene, and I don't know if y'all seen that, but it just happened. Like, it's in the news right now that a man was attacked by a bear, and they thought that's how, because it was so vicious. But when they went and investigated to find out how this happened, I wonder how much did they tape off? How much did they anyway? They took a beer can from that location, ran a test on it, like they could have did them Black and Miles, the vape, the rope, the wrapper that they found out there. But they did none of that. And if this is how they usually conduct their investigations, they need to go back to school. Allegedly.
They sell tobacco products. It's a vape shop, but it's also a convenience store. So he spent $42 in there. He could have bought chips and whatever else in there. It wasn't just a straight vape shop.
Why would he go to a vape shop to buy anything that you could eat? Because he was just at
because
Walmart.
it probably looked like a convenience store.
I think there was a setup. I don't even know if he bought any of that stuff because we don't have.
He bought something because it's the receipt. I mean, not the receipt, but the transaction was there.
I know, but look, I was thinking like this because somebody else had jumped in this truck and was doing all these moves just for this timeline. I mean, because do we have them on surveillance? They could have took us they don't ask you for ID when you're using a credit card.
We didn't see no times nowhere.
Yeah, the times were blocked out when we were down there at the police station. Times were blocked out on the videos that they actually showed.
Y'all hear that?
And they never had a video for the vape shop, so it might be some truth there. I mean, that could be a possibility. What you just said.
Okay. Where the footage? Release the tapes. If you ain't got no tape, it didn't happen. They didn't see no footage. They said the time was blocked off. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you have 100% transparency with the parents on the day that you're supposed to be showing them how their son took his own life? That's what they supposed to be showing them, but you blacking out stuff? That's wild. Deception. Allegedly.
You know, somebody used it because we never could get in contact with anyone from the vape shop, nor did we ever see a video from the vape shop.
And it should have, man,
So that's definitely not off the table because
I thought it, because I'm like, number one has seen odd all these movements here, there, and the third, and not having a hotel room. I don't buy that.
Because they lying. They lying. It just get more frustrating the more you listen at this book. Like, come on, man.
At all. Like, ain't no way that hotel was full on a Tuesday. And I don't even know. Was it a Tuesday?
I keep saying what reason would the hotel need to be full on a Tuesday in that little town?
Don't believe it.
Hey, come on. What's going on?
Not at all. So that's why I said if we can't believe at what time was Walmart, that time stamp would be very important because I believe Walmart happened sooner than they telling us, and nothing happened after TNR. It couldn't. So they was closing at 4:53 and 58. They said they seen him coming from across the street. That the whole conversation she had with Tierra's niece, like, my husband seen him coming from across the street.
There was an interaction.
It was Wednesday, y'all. It was a Wednesday. I don't even know where I got Tuesday from. September 11th was a Wednesday. Well, I still don't believe the hotel was full on hump day. Like, no, it wasn't, allegedly. Let us see the tapes. You know what? Somebody jumped up here and told me they seen the footage in the beginning. They was like, we seen the footage of him at the hotel. And I don't even believe that. I don't know who that person was. If you listen and call back. Because they showed it. There's like, in the beginning, we seen that. I can't find it nowhere. The family hadn't even seen it. So they saying they seen it as if it was released by the news. Could have been another distractor. People stupid.
At the TNR because, they was trying not to talk about TNR in the conversation at the sheriff office. They didn't mention their name at all. They never mentioned their name. It was always, he was located 60 feet from the truck or 100 feet from the truck. It was always a distance. And I said, hey, was this private property? Then it was a pause. Then they went on to the next structure. So the protection is trying to protect TNR.
I knew it.
And then the lady police said that somebody came to check to see if any trucks, anything that was supposed to be there wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay, that's a good one.
BFF.
BFF.
To accept, press 1.
What's up, BFF?
What's good?
What's up? You on break? Eating your Happy Meal?
Girl, you know it. No, I just wanted to call in real quick because I got to go back up. But I just wanted to call in real quick and just, like I always do, and just give you my love, tell you how proud I am of you. You're doing a heck of a job.
I appreciate it.
Nation in the chat. You guys are awesome as well. I just want to give y'all my love too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's really it. Keep up the good work. And also too, I want to give my love to Kori and also to Tierra, and then also to the bonus parents. Much love to you guys and my condolences. We're going to get justice. It's definitely going to happen.
We ain't gonna shut up until we get it. That's what we want. Ain't nobody doing all this for nothing. This is ridiculous. What happens to one of us happened to all of us. Period.
Amen.
Period.
Amen. And we're like I always say, we stronger together than apart. And we most definitely got to stick together.
Yeah.
Because we can't let this keep happening, and we know we're not doing this to ourselves. I'm sorry. I'm not believing in any of that. And that's just nonsense in my book. I'm getting upset. So
I know.
Yeah, that's all I want to say. But I love you.
Okay, love you too. Don't be crying. Bye.
Later.
Bye. Man. Shout out to BFF. She is the what do I call her? The HMIC, the head mod in charge. She's a sniper. Play with it.
What reason did they have to go check?
On private property.
They know what trucks is there. And they tried to separate the trailers on the outside as not the trucks. They didn't know how to say it. So you have to be a truck driver to understand what's going on here. So the trailers and stuff that's parked outside that gate, they being worked on by TNR. Let's get that straight. When I asked them about the private property, they tried to make it seem like everything on the outside of that gate wasn't part of their property. TNR owned the whole lot. The whole lot is theirs, not just the trailers on the outside. Those are property, because when you're working on the trailer, you're responsible for the trailer. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, why would you have cameras? And why they didn't use TNR trailer cameras system? They used the camera system that best fit their narrative.
They sure did.
And that's Walmart, and that's the Shell gas station.
So, okay, looking at this picture right here, I mean, I don't have the best pictures in here.
No, I know exactly what I'm looking at.
But okay, so we looking, you see the Shell gas station, it's a big circle, Martin Creek and all of that stuff. So when you was talking about all of the trucks sitting out there inside the gate, and that was backfire on the other part.
You see right there, those the trailers inside the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Now that gate goes in like a rectangle, so you can follow that. That gate goes back to the tree line. Exactly. See the rectangle? Yeah. Now on the other side of that gate, not in the back where the tree is, but right here in the front, there's other trailers that's parked there.
Yeah, I did see those.
Remember you asked me about the flatbed trailer. You said, why is that there? Because there's other trailers out there too.
Yeah, no, but right here, wait, where is it at? Because that didn't make sense for that trailer to be out there, though. That's why I asked you. Because
I didn't see that trailer over there when we went. I didn't see that flatbed trailer.
You see that? Why is it there? It's right.
I don't know. It's in the grass. I don't know why it's there.
Ain't that an odd spot?
It is an odd spot.
That's an odd spot. Why is it there? That would have covered Javion from being seen from the road, maybe.
Yeah, they said something. I mean, it ain't tall. It ain't like a van trailer where it's gonna block something because it's thin. You can see over it. You know what I mean?
I can't tell. I mean, I can't really, because it looked weird to me. I can't even really.
You'll have to see it as a whole. That's the front. That's called the bulkhead. So that's the front part of the trailer. It stops the load from going through the truck if you was to hit your brakes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So say if you pull in a load of lumber, that thing right there, if you hit your brakes, it'll stop the lumber from coming through
inside the vehicle
if it ain't tied down right.
Okay, so that's like a barrier between the driver and the trailer.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's what that is. That part of it is. And then behind that is just straight flat.
Behind it is flat. Okay.
Yeah, it's just straight flat.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that could stop. I mean, you could see it from the road. It's still a weird spot though. Why is in the grass like that? I don't know. Still a weird spot.
I mean, yeah, that is weird as heck. I mean, I really want to know that. What the heck was they doing? So I know how to ask you about this too, and you let me know that this is not a semi-truck trailer; it's a home trailer.
I was able.
Okay, so I found something else conflicting. It says the footage shows Magee leaving the store, but stopping his truck on the way out and handing someone something to a homeless person sitting at the entrance. Now, this article literally says that they seen it. when the sheriff was talking about it and he was going through everywhere that they seen him at, he got to the homeless man. He was like, what we, and he gave a homeless man, we interviewed a homeless man and said he gave him some money or something. They didn't have that on footage. But this right here says that the footage showed Magee leaving the store, but stopping his truck on the way out and handing someone. Look, I went over the footage. Remember, I did all that. Seen the door open once, closed once. Anyway, that got debunked, and the story's changed. Now it ain't on camera. It was at the, it was at the interstate or wherever they said it was at. It was off camera. But if you think about it, and people that live around there made valid points. It's businesses around there. It's cameras everywhere. So that homeless footage should have been seen too. It's like a whole circle from, like right across the street, it was a bit, everywhere is a business. You're right here at the highway. Okay. Traffic lights got, like, come on, man. And then Walmart, their footage, they got a dang on camera sitting on top of Walmart that you can't miss. I'm talking about, it's a camera right on top of the building with cameras on every side it can be on. So they literally could have gave us the overhead shot at Walmart and we could have seen the whole area, including where the homeless man was at, allegedly. I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. We are dumb as hell, I guess, they thought. Okay, so they talking about, look, it says, hold on. I'm going to start this. So the footage showed Magee leaving the store, but stopping the truck on the way out and handing something to a person sitting at the entrance. Investigators said they spoke to the person and learned. I have not read this, y'all. So remember when we was listening at the homeless guy and he was telling us like one cop came to him, told him this, that, and the third. Then another one came. I took all of that stuff out of here though. But yeah, so remember that. Just go back and listen to it if y'all didn't. So hold on, I gotta get back to it. All right, so on the way out, handing something to a homeless person, investigators. Which investigators talked to him? Probably Lebron. And yeah, because he said he said 2 black women and 1 man. I'm like, what? So okay, so it was 2 men and a woman. You know what I'm saying? When somebody lying, they just got it switched or whatever. But anyway, so he says investigators said they spoke to that person and learned Magee handed him money, saying, I don't know how much it is, but if I had more, I will give it to you. The money totaled $228. Now, see, this is why you got to go over stuff, because in the beginning reading this, you're not paying attention to all details. Now I'm trying to figure out what investigators did what. Who talked to the homeless man? What did they say? That is why we got to keep going over this. You miss things. It ain't that you miss it. You didn't know to look for it at first. But after that, Magee entered the Hampton Hotel to in town, speaking to the front desk clerk before he is seen leaving the parking lot 10 minutes later. Okay, hold on, because it was some other stuff. Right here. At 10:08 now. The other article said 10:10. On September 11th, police said a 911 call from the owner of the truck repair reported a man with the rope. Okay. Outside the fence, the caller said the man was not breathing. When detectives arrived, they found Magee with the rope. It was wrapped tightly now around the neck. The other end was wrapped around a tree branch. Let's go back to that. That's more than wrapped. There's some ties on that too, ain't it? I mean, it's wrapped enough that you could call it a tie. Like I said, if they would have kept going, they could have made a hammock. They could have made some type of net or something. Like, what? I mean, come on. Somebody about to take themselves out. Why would you get a rope that damn long, by the way? If that was your plan, why would you choose that rope? Why? Wouldn't you want to try the shortest one because the shortest one is going to get the job done? How the heck Javion get all the way up there doing that and had it around his neck and knew to be able to, measure it? Let me make sure I put enough up here so it'll be short enough down here. Let me wrap it 11 times around me, and then how many times around the damn tree? Get out of here, man. This is insulting. And it's upsetting, and it's demonic. It's a whole lot of stuff. Disgusting. This is what happened. Period. That's what happened. Justice for Javion. Piece of shits, man. I'm getting so upset. Let me get some music. I'll be right back. Hold on, y'all. God. Okay, we back. Okay, I gotta get through this. It says police said the man who found Magee's body had been called to the scenes by Magee's employees. Hold on. What in the world? Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for still tuning in. Whew. Also, time back, I wonder. Thanks, BFF. Ugh. Now, I had never seen any of this. It says police said a man who found Magee's body had been called to the scene by Magee's employers. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, though. That don't make sense. Magee's employers is KLLM. What are they talking about here? Hold on, y'all. So, police said the man who found Magee's body had been called to the scene by Magee's employers who reached out requesting a check on their driver because the truck had not moved in some time. See? There it is. I knew if I kept looking, I would find that somewhere. And but still, let me understand this though. Police said the man who found Magee's body. So the man who found Magee's body would have been the lawn care people. Had been called to the scene by Magee's family. By Magee's employer. Police said the man who found Magee's body had been called to the scene by Magee's employers. So, okay, who found the body? Was it Ray or was it the lawn care guys? Because we know in the other article it said that KLLM called them. Right? This is crazy. Like, okay, so police said the man who found Magee's body had been called to the scene by Magee's employers who reached out requesting a check on their driver. So they telling us right here to TNR was contacted by KLLM, and that's how they found Javion. But we've been following the narrative the whole time that the lawn care guys found him. And that's how they and you know they've been talked to, so we know. But it sounds what? Like, where's this article getting this story from? Like, what? I'm gonna read it one more time, and I'm gonna leave that one alone. It says police said the man who found Magee's body had been called to the scene by Magee's employers. That don't even make sense. But KLLM, it do make sense that Ray TNR allegedly found him. They was called to the scene by Magee's employers who reached out requesting a check on their driver because the truck had not moved in some time. If that is the case, they didn't need to go to Walmart to find out who Javion is. They didn't need to do nothing if that's the case. So I would like to know, where did this article get that information from? Wouldn't y'all? What? That's totally going against everything that the sheriff said and everything that we've been going by all this time. Do they just write anything nowadays? Can anybody write a report nowadays? I wonder. That don't even make sense. Man, somebody lying. A lot of people lying. What happened, y'all? Get the story straight. This is why everybody confused. Golly, you got a rural police coming to tell him he did it to himself, and we got the sheriff saying, I didn't tell nobody that. What? Come on, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. And Javion deserved justice. This is crazy. Okay. According to KLLM, where Javion, who is from, I'm getting irritated, man. Hold on.
It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete, you better believe. Just so you know we on go, for those that's taking these souls, we know, but it's getting so out of control. Just so you know we on go, for those that's taking these souls, we know, but it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V.
I'm back. I'm so mad reading this stuff, y'all. This is crazy because this article, y'all, it was written September 18th. This is coming from 5 Chicago. This article, I'm a link this article because where did they get this information from? This is everything. This is totally different from what we've been following. And this shows me this is the story that they told people first. Like, what? How did they get this mixed up? I mean, it's just proof. Unless they gonna tell us this is a lie and they pulled this out of a sky. Hold on. I'm gonna get through it. That's crazy, man. And then in this article, they it says Magee's wallet and cell phone were both found in his truck by police. The department said. Hold on. They're quoting somebody right here. Look, we have been able to see some of the recent searches from Javion's phone and are working through proper legal authorities. Hold on, let me turn this down. Oh, y'all, I'm sure y'all can hear me though. This is crazy. They quoting the sheriff right here. The sheriff's office, they said. They didn't put a person, but it's in quotations. We have been able to see some of the recent searches from Javion's phone and are working through legal proper authorities to obtain more information in hopes of having a complete picture of what occurred before Javion's body was found on the morning of September 11th, the sheriff's office said. I thought they couldn't get in his phone. I thought they sent his phone off. You know what I'm saying? Which is it, man? This is disgusting, and I'm disgusted. But hold on. That's crazy, man. Wait a minute. What time is it? Oh, 4:03. 4:09. Okay. Wow. This is crazy, y'all. Unfreaking believable. I dropped the link to that article because I want all of y'all to grab this article. I need a screenshot in case it disappeared. Where did they get all of this information from? It's totally different from what we've been going by. And it's crazy to me. Like, I mean, they really are just playing in our face. No wonder Junior confused. Exactly. Hell. See you all later. Don't forget. The Most High is nearing and continues to expose these things. Stay faithful. Yeah. Man. Wild, y'all. Unbelievable. This is not about me, but I cannot get it together, y'all. I am pissed. I'm hurt. And disgusted that, a police department allegedly can do this. Like, we've been told so many different stories. The family. I mean, this is crazy, man. I don't know how to fix it. But God is in control. And he see it all. This is blatant bullshit. Blatant. And I'm sorry. I put God in the... I'm just so upset. I'm about to go. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is crazy. But I gotta go because I ain't gonna stop crying until I get off of here. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Irritated. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for so much. Tomorrow will be a better day, y'all. Let me get these ugly people off my screen. Justice for JAVION. That's what we want. We out of here, y'all. Peace and love. Woo. Love y'all too. Shout out to all of y'all. Take care, LP. Thank y'all so much. Oh, I gotta get prayed up. Prayers to the family. Hugs to the parents. This is crazy. Make this go higher. Peace and love, y'all. We out.